We're live? What are you laughing at? Listen, that's the first thing I'm gonna ask every single time.
Are we live?
Are we live? Yeah.
Are we live?
Is it here? Is it happening?
Nothing on my phone yet.
Nothing on your phone
You
yet?
sure we're live?
No, I think there's like a delay or something, right? There's a delay, isn't it? There's like what?
Yeah.
A
No,
five.
like last time, 6 minutes, and we didn't realize.
Was it? Yeah, we were just kind of like talking and yapping away, wasn't it? Well, I better do the introduction then. Hello and welcome to another live video stream with me, Ray, and Alex in the background with his blanket on. What's happened?
I said hello.
Oh, Alex said hello. Don't say that. Don't
I
talk.
still-
You haven't got a mic.
You sure we're live? Because I don't see any.
Yeah, I can see.
Says we're live.
Yep, we're definitely live. I'm looking at
Even
myself.
Andre says we're live.
Hello, Andre.
And he's our kind of touchstone for everything.
How's the audio?
Looks fine to me.
Okay. Well, another new video. This one was suggested by Andre himself. Every time I say Andre, I think Andre the Giant. Sorry, Andre, but I do.
I think of a guy I know who's an old taxi driver, but he's about 6 foot, God knows what, and built like a bloody nuclear bunker.
So you can hide in him.
That's irrelevant. So.
Well,
So,
what we're
big
talking
people,
about?
what do you
Bunker and cigars. I didn't get it.
Ray, wait. Before you, show him the cigar, man. What cigar you smoking today? No one can see it.
Brown.
I can't tell if that's racist or not.
No, it's a cigar. It's a. What is it called? Oliva V.
I don't know if that's a Robusto though. It's a bit thicker.
I don't know
than-
what size is this, guys. I
Put
found
that
it in
next to
my
the
humidor.
Placencia. Put that next to the Placencia.
Yeah, let me see the Placencia. The Placencia is 6x52.
So we know that.
By the look, it might
52,
be
isn't it?
54.
Oh,
52. 52 or 54.
Yeah.
It's, I reckon, 5-inch. 5x52. Maybe the Robusto in Oliva is 5x52.
No, I'm sure it's 50.
I don't know. It's a weird size. I found it
Yeah.
in my humidor. I think it's about 5-6 years old. I haven't smoked that size for sure. And I'll give it a go. Oliva V.
Cigar I'm smoking is from the wonderful gentleman, Georgie. This is the Trinidad Fundadores. This is like, in my mind, probably one of the best cigars ever made. Like, in terms of standard production, this is hands down the best cigar I've ever smoked. I love this thing. I've never had a bad Trinidad Fundadores, so I don't expect this to be any worse. So yeah, this is the cigar I'm going to be smoking. And in this video, we're going to be talking about, I think we kind of jumped over the subject. This video, we're going to be talking about a subject that Andre himself recommended, and that is NFTs, cigars, the industry. And also we're going to be touching up on the history of cigars as well, and how it kind of came to be and what's been happening within the industry. But I think NFTs, that is a big subject, and it might have an impact on the industry at large, but not necessarily in the way that we think right now. But before we get into that, quick mention of our sponsor, Monte Fortuna Cigars. Monte Fortuna Cigars is a retailer that has an extensive range of both Cuban and New World cigars. Their website is linked below in the description, so please do check them out. Their customer service is excellent, and I regularly purchase cigars from them. In fact, I've got an order that's coming hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping anyway. Well, Royal Mail said that, you know, it's gone through customs and whatever, so looks like I'm hopefully getting them tomorrow, but I'm not going to be in, so probably going to get them on Thursday or something. But yeah, Monte Fortuna Cigars, brilliant company, excellent service, huge range of cigars, and make sure you check them out. Once again, huge thank you to Monte Fortuna for sponsoring our video. Where the hell did that fly come from? Sorry, there was just a... Anyway, let me cut and light my cigar. I'm going to get on with the
Until Usman start cutting and lighting, I would like to...
Oh, you want to do a plug?
Huh?
You want to do a plug? You want to promote something, huh?
Yes, of course. Yes,
Is that what it is, huh?
Yes.
Just promote,
That's
like,
what
you
we're
know, that's what we did.
Paid commercial. What am I saying?
Shill!
What is shill?
Exactly.
Okay.
What is this shit?
So yeah, as maybe some people know, maybe no, I was surprisingly choose to be one of the ambassadors of Light Him Up Go, and I am the UK ambassador of Light Him Up Go officially. What is Light 'em Up Go? I will just briefly introduce what is it, and of course I will be more than happy to answer any questions regarding that in the future, even on a private chat or something like that. Light 'em Up Go, it's a project which will officially start in a few months' time. Already have a lot of stuff in motion. The idea behind Light 'em Up Go is basically to help every cigar smoker or even people which don't smoke cigars to find a place about their cigars, you know, where to buy cigars, where to smoke and stuff. So in slightly more words, the app will have 3 simple functions. It will basically be app. Yeah, I say it didn't start with that, but it will be app for the phone. It will be invite only. So basically, I don't think we'll be able to get it from all the popular stores for iPhone or Android or stuff like that. It will be invite only. So the first 5,000 people, they can sign into the website, which is Light 'em Up Go. Alex might put it later into the chat. And when we officially start the app, you will receive an invitation how to download it and use it. But the idea is, as I mentioned earlier, basically the first function of the app will be to show you, based on the Google Maps, where are the nearest tobacco shops to your location. So we'll use Brio Map, and it will show you basically every tobacconist in the area, what's the feedback, what kind of selection, a lot of pictures from that shop. And yeah, it will be very helpful if you're not in your local area, if you're abroad, if you travel into the different country. So far, I know we have more than 5,000 different locations in all over the world. We're still collecting some of the database we made, and it will be updated all the time with the people like me, ambassadors, which will add more locations and more feedbacks and stuff like that. The second feature of the app will be basically exactly the same thing, but it will show you where are the lounges around you. So every cigar lounge where you can smoke indoor or terrace or anything will be added there. We'll show you probably again some pictures, some feedback from the people which are using it, etc., etc. And the last feature, which I found very interesting and something completely new probably for that kind of applications and stuff, it's the app will show you where actually at the hearths. So as you know, the hearth is a meeting where some cigar smoker meet. It not need to be known before. It's just people who gather and smoke cigars. And it will show you the time and the actual place for the hearth. It could be someone's rear garden, someone's garage or something. If he decide to make that public, he can put it in app. It say there's a meeting gathering over there on that date in that time. It will be for 5 people, 10 people, whatever. So that will be the main features of the app. We're planning some other stuff to be added slightly later, but not at the beginning. And yeah, I think it will be really helpful if you especially not know the area where you are at the moment, if you're abroad, if you're on holiday, if you're on a business trip, and you want to see where to smoke, where to buy cigars, or even where to gather with other people from the cigar industry. We're all brothers and sisters of the leaf, so it's no other industry like that, which basically everyone is so friendly and so helpful. So again, Light 'em Up Go, it's interesting idea. I'm really happy that I'm part of it. And I will try to update you with every news I have. We already have the first look of the app. We're already looking absolutely amazing, and I'm really, really happy of it. So I think that will be my...
That's a long ass plug, man. That's a long...
for it.
A long ass plug. Wow. You know all about those, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so thank you, Ray, for that incredible message. Jokes aside,
it's simple. It's something
No,
helpful, and I like the idea. If you know me, if I don't like the idea, I'm not going to mention it.
No, do you know what? Actually, I like the idea as well. Well, I just literally signed up myself. So as much as I'm poking fun at you for, being a shill, no, I did sign up. I think it's a brilliant idea. So yeah, do check it out. I think Alex, did you put a link? Yeah. He's already put. Did you sign up? Yeah, I want to know something like that. That would be really useful. Just being able to walk around the city and be like, okay, where's the right place to smoke? That, honest to God, when I was traveling, when we were able to travel around, I was looking for that. Like constantly, whenever I was going to a new city, I'd be online thinking, okay, where are all the places to smoke? Nothing.
And you might see some big city that say there is a cigar shop. Let's pop in there, and you pop in there, and like the shop has been closed 3 months ago. or the shop is not exist for, I don't know, God know how long.
I haven't
Because
had
the
that.
information sometimes is not relevant in Google or something like that. Even, people pay for the reviews, and some shop could be terrible, but actually the owner paid to a lot of people to make him a good reviews and stuff. And
We'll talk more about that in a moment, but let's talk about NFTs, because NFTs, that's a big deal. And I think, what is it? United Cigars recently produced the world's first ever NFT cigar. Let's be honest, okay? That's a massive gimmick. It is. It's a freaking gimmick, okay? It's complete. They basically did it for headlines. They didn't do any. It was just a mass promotional effort. That's all it was, really. But what's happened is it's got people talking, right? Because NFTs, it's a big deal at the moment in the creative industry. So Alex and I, we work as photographers. I produce YouTube videos for camera industries and so on and so forth as well. So NFTs, I've become relatively familiar with it. I write articles and so on for the photography industry as well. So for me, the NFT kind of hype has been very real for a while. I'm not selling it. Alex is just calling me a shill under his breath. Give me my cigar
is
back.
that a slang? That shill.
Oh, shill
Sorry
means...
about my ignorance. But
Oh, sorry. Shill means like
I'm the guy from abroad.
Yeah, shill means like you're selling out, or you're like, you sold out, or you're shilling something. Do you know what I mean?
Going above and beyond to try and advertise a company in the wrong place.
Okay.
If I go around telling people how great
So if I
cigar.co.uk is,
So if I start promoting now the, I don't know, the Heinz ketchup, that will be shill.
No, but if you got paid for it,
Right.
you have to get paid for it to be a shill. Like if you just recommend something because you love it, I don't think you can be classified as a shill. You just classified as a...
So I haven't been paid for Lighting Up Gold. That's not
No, but you're an
shill.
ambassador. That's
Yeah,
different.
ambassador, but I'm not good.
joking, man.
He just called me a shill, man.
Yeah, you are.
What? How? What? What did I do?
You're talking about.
I'm just talking about NFTs. I'm not a shill for... I haven't sold any NFTs. I wanna.
Now we're gonna start talking for Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's talk about
yeah.
NFTs. I haven't sold a single NFT. I want to sell NFTs though, because
You
there's
have
some money
Bitcoins?
in that. No, it's Ethereum.
Why is there money in it?
Well, there's a hype at the moment. So basically, when the
Smoke.
.com bubble happened.
No idea.
We're talking to a granddaddy here. But anyway,
Whose work depends on the .com bubble. having
precisely. So in the 90s we had a .com bubble where every single company
Man,
was
in the
just trying
90s
to
I
buy.
was surrounded by.
We don't need to know
women.
that. This is a teenage friendly, slightly older than teenage friendly.
Oh, that's very teenage friendly.
But during the .com bubble, we had companies all across the world that were just trying to buy up any kind of domain or just build any kind of business website, and investors were pouring millions upon millions, in fact billions, right? Probably billions into .com businesses. So if you had a online presence, if you had a company with a website, investors were buying ridiculous numbers of shares in these kinds of companies, and the companies would inflate in value by some ridiculous degree. And obviously that inflation and that value was completely nonsense, right? There wasn't really anything there. Some companies were just, they just signed up, created a website and be like, hey, we're going to sell whatever. And then they'd float the business. Loads of people would buy into those businesses. They'd buy millions and millions upon shares. And those shares were literally worth nothing because the company had no real grounding, had no real foundation. And then we had the .com bubble where all of these businesses failed. Lots of people lost lots of money. And then things kind of stabilized a little bit. And then the internet kind of became something that people started to understand a little bit more. And then we had a more stable internet and more stable businesses on the internet. So that's what happened during the .com bubble. I'm, really completely oversimplifying it to some extent as well. But in general, that's essentially the .com bubble. What we're now seeing is an NFT bubble. And this is a lot of people already know this, but the problem with bubbles is people get caught up in the hype, right? You see something and you see, oh wait, there's some short-term gain over here, or there's some gain, and people are always optimistic about some degree of making money, right? We're all freaking, in our heads, we're all freaking perfect individuals, God's, very own. We're not going to make any mistakes, but chances are we're going to screw up. So we've got the NFT bubble. And people are pouring millions. What is it, 69 million for one of these NFTs?
No idea.
Well, people are spending millions upon millions on non-fungible tokens or non-fungible or NFT art, NFT creative things or whatever. Anything that's on the NFT market, people are paying millions for them. And the reason why they're buying them is because what they believe is if they purchase something now, they could flip it and sell it for more money. Now, a lot of people are doing that. So, for example, and we're going to be focusing on the art world for now. So then when I give you like a bit of a context, then we can start moving into the cigar world. So first of all, what are NFTs? NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Now that means absolutely nothing to most of us, but essentially it's like a Bitcoin or normal currency is a fungible token because you've got a proper value for it, right? You've got a...
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm looking at you because I'm looking for some validation, man. Like, help me out here. We're talking about some nerd stuff. I'm trying to explain it in a simple manner.
I'm the cigar man. I don't know nothing about Bitcoin, Ethereum, plutonium, uranium, Krypton, or that kind of stuff.
Man, I've been talking so long, my cigar's already gone out.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
so
that's a sign.
That's a sign I need to shut the hell up and smoke my cigar. No, but okay, non-fungible tokens. I mean, you can. What I would recommend is if you go online and quickly search for what a non-fungible token is. Not right now. You're watching this video. Don't worry about it right now. But if you search that up, then you'll have a better understanding of what it is. But essentially, a non-fungible token is in the creative world, you're purchasing the rights to own a particular work. You don't own the copyright, but you own the ability to have it and sell it. In essence, that's what it is. So people are purchasing
that one copy.
Yes.
Of that thing.
So with that because it's a non-fungible token, you can trace it back and you can have a distinct or definitive item. Because when you go online, for example, if you go onto Google Images and you search for a particular image, you can find like millions of these images, right? You could just download and save it and it's on your computer. But what you can't do is you can't save the ownership of that particular work of art or that particular piece of whatever creative content it is. So you can't download the ownership of that. So that's what Ethereum, NFTs, and what they are trying to do. So you have this digital signature, in essence, which allows you to own a piece of work, but you're not owning the copyright. You're just owning the ability to sell it.
How that work into the cigar world?
We're gonna get to that.
I'm impatient. I'm impatient. You know,
this is a bit more complex. This is a little bit more complex than I was I think is most subjects, but I'm going to try and be as brief and as simplify this as well.
The best way I tend to put it is that it's the digital equivalent of physical artwork in the...
But I don't want to buy artwork, man. I don't buy artwork. I want to buy cigars. The only thing I buy in the last 5 years is cigars. I'm even going to the food banks because I don't want money for the food. I buy cigars. I want to know how to use that non-fungible
I want to talk to Ray's wife and find out if he has been to the food bank. So
tell me about
but let me we have to. I kind of feel like I need to explain the context of it before we get.
I'm just putting you under pressure, man. I know.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm not under pressure. I've got to fund the Doris. I'm cool.
What Grisha said. There you go.
What did Grisha say?
Just explain what non-fungible.
Okay, great. Thank you for that, Grisha. Okay, so that's what we have in the art world. And in the art world, people are buying up ridiculous amounts of like creative bits of work for stupid prices. And the reason why they're doing that is because, as I said, they're hoping that they could sell it. Now, this is very familiar to the dot-com bubble. You know, people bought lots of shares in these companies that were online because they were hoping that the price would go up because the companies will do well. Clearly, that didn't happen. So a lot of these NFTs that people are buying are going to probably be worth absolutely nothing, or they're not going to be worth anywhere near as much as what they're currently being sold for, because in like about a year or two or something, the value of it is just going to crash. That's probably what's going to happen. It might not, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. In the cigar industry, what we now have is a company, United Cigars, that's produced an NFT. It's a concept cigar. So they haven't even confirmed, because on one hand, they've confirmed that they are going to produce a physical cigar, but then in the same sentence, essentially, they've said that they're not going to produce a physical cigar. So what do we have? We've got the ownership rights of a concept cigar that doesn't exist. So what you have is essentially is the ability to own a picture of a cigar, in essence. But you don't even own that, because you don't own the copyright to it. You don't own the copyright of the work.
You own that copy.
You own that copy of that image. Which, let's be fair.
But yeah, I'm confused. In the cigar, so if I have, let's say, I don't know, X amount of non-fungible money or tokens or whatever, I don't want to use your money or anything. If I want to buy one of those cigars or boxes, what I'm going to receive?
We don't know. That's the thing. Because United Cigars has not 100% confirmed if they're going to actually produce a cigar
on theory,
the back of that.
Let's say on theory they produce 10, 11 boxes, whatever was that mentioned in the
But we don't know that.
If they produce that, what do you think then you can buy with that stuff? You can buy the rights for the blend?
We don't know
rights
that.
for the band?
That's the thing. We don't know that. United Cigars has been extremely vague about it. So what they've done is they've produced an NFT for a concept cigar, which they haven't produced. So in essence, what you've got is an NFT for a picture of a cigar. And the picture of the cigar doesn't even say IOU on it. It's not even an IOU. It's basically just a picture of a cigar. It's an idea, a concept of a cigar, which they haven't confirmed that they're going to produce, which they haven't produced just yet. And there's no guarantee that they will produce, but you have the ability to buy the picture of it.
I don't get the idea why I should spend my
No one gets it.
real or virtual, whatever money you are, why I should spend them on, even let's say if they produce cigar or box or whatever, you buy that, it's the only one unique cosmetic. That can be done by every single cigar roller who can make your own blend of cigars. Okay, they're not gonna be Atabey blend.
You're preaching to the choir, mate.
That's the Atabey. Okay, the people make fake cohibas. They look perfect. They don't have the legit rights, and it's not worth crazy amount of money. You can buy a box of fake cohiba for $20. I don't say you need to buy them, but it's not the same kind of thing. So basically, what they want is to protect that specific cigar from someone make the same.
No. That's the thing. Look, here's what it is. There's no. What you're trying to do is you're trying to put logic behind this rather silly thing that United Cigars has done. Here's what's
likely. I
likely.
try to understand it.
Yeah,
basically, because
but there's no real logic.
I don't understand that one.
No one understands it because no one knows what United Cigars is actually doing. That's what's happened. United Cigars. I'm just telling you the actual facts. So this is what's happened. United Cigars has produced a picture of a cigar and a cigar box. And they've allowed people to purchase this. They said it's a concept cigar. You can purchase this, the ownership of this picture. And then when they were asked, are you going to produce a real cigar to back that up? They said yes and no. So we don't know what they're going to do. We don't know whether they're going to produce a cigar. We don't know if they're just going to leave you as a concept. We don't know what that means. We don't know if someone purchases it, what can they do with it? I mean, maybe someone else will buy that. Maybe, someone will look at it and think, oh, I want to buy the concept of that cigar. But there's nothing to say that United Cigars will produce a physical version of that cigar to back it up.
In my humble opinion, as one of my friends saying all the time, I don't think I will buy ever that kind of product.
No, I'm not going to be buying any of that either.
No, I don't really get. If you want to, if you do that for protection, maybe. If you do, if they say maybe if you buy that box or cigar and we'll supply you that cigar every month, like monthly subscription or yearly subscription. Let's say we're gonna give you every year a box. Maybe the idea sounds right, but again, in the cigar world, where basically I have seen campaigns and companies basically it's a simple example. They change they don't release cigar because someone else patent that name and have the copyrights on the name on the brand. It's just the recent one I've seen. It was a cigar supposed to release something with the Halloween cigar or something. Well, I need to double check. And basically, Tatuaje have the whole Halloween line, all the monsters and stuff. And the cigars was already sent to the event, and they canceled the whole event because the cigars are branded already with the bands. And potentially, if they put them publicly, they can be lawsuit.
Yeah, yeah. That
And
makes
they
sense.
can lose a lot of money. And the company decide, I think was CLE, if I'm not mistaken, the CLE decide to cancel the whole event, put back all the cigars, and they say, we're going to take off the bands. We're going to release them as a different cigar, not for that event, will be something else. It was already prepared like, I don't know, hundreds of boxes. We'll release them on different way. That will cost us money as well, but not going to cost us that much as if we go
In terms of the
court.
lawsuit, yeah.
So I don't know if that thing protect your cigars by some way, protect the brand. I don't see the point that to go into the cigar world, because cigar world is a fairly simple. It's not complicated. Some intellectual properties like all the virtual stuff you buy, but basically you can buy virtual reality, even all stuff like that. It's not that. The cigar is actual product.
If you can't smoke it, it's not. Yeah.
So even the fun story with the insurance company which insure box of cigars. I don't know, maybe you know it. It's a fun story, being in the press for 20 years. Basically, a guy box of crazy expensive box of cigar. He decided to insure them versus fire. So he managed to do that. He smoked the cigars. He claimed the insurance policy because they've been damaged by fire. But the insurance company after that put him on court and they sued him for arson. So they put him in the jail for 7 months.
That would be correct, because he burnt them himself. He burnt the product.
So exactly.
If they caught light accidentally and then he smoked them.
No, he smoked them.
Even then,
he smoked them. They know that, but he found a lawyer which basically he managed to get a compensation for thousands of dollars, and the company itself after that make another compensation from him and put him in the jail because it's been arson. He damaged them, and that's a fun example. Just
it's like if you buy a house. If you buy a house and then you insure it for fire damage, but then you light it on fire.
It's insurance fraud.
That's insurance fraud. If the house caught fire by itself, then sure.
Interesting fact, by the way, we've got our commenters bringing up the G word before even we are now.
What, Gurkha?
Because Alex
Fuck 'em.
Burns was saying, imagine doing all this and you end up with Gurkha.
Oh!
Alex is a good friend of mine. I know why he put that comments and stuff like that. He liked banter. Yeah.
Although he is selling digital Guantanameras.
He's what?
He's selling digital Guantanameras.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. That's a real people which actually can have that question.
But let me answer. Here's the thing. All the questions that you're asking about what this and what does that mean and this and that, the answer to that is no one knows, and I don't think United even knows. Here's what I think has happened. What's happened is the NFT hype is huge at the moment. It's creating headlines. It's making a lot of people I say a lot. It's making a few people a lot of money, and most people are basically just spending ridiculous amounts of money on this concept. And because of that, United Cigars wanted to jump on the bandwagon, but they didn't know how to jump on the bandwagon, so they came up with this makeshift nonsense, crappy kind of whatever, and said, "Oh, we've come up with a concept cigar. You can buy the idea of a cigar." That's basically it's jumping on the bandwagon in like the most obvious way possible, because you can't.
They're one of the companies which basically, because they're selling one of the most expensive New World cigars. Basically, Atabey is a brand which is supposed to be the new Behike. That's what the city legends say. Atabey is, it's basically a old Cuban name as well. The godliness of the spirits and stuff like that is called Atabey.
See, everyone wants to be the new Behike, but the Behike is still around.
Yes, and will never be.
I mean,
it will be until Cuba exists.
Maybe,
no one will manage to damage the. I don't think someone will manage to damage the image of Behike. What Behike managed, even is getting stronger and stronger. Behike is one of the very few cigars which I haven't seen many people complain of the quality.
The quality-wise
and stuff like that. Yeah, the price, everyone complaining about it, but
except rich people, man.
Ferrari worth a lot.
Rich people love the fact that they're expensive.
I want to drive Ferrari, but I'm not drive Ferrari. Maybe it's not the best car in the world, but it's decent. So same with the Behike. It's one of the best. It's worth money.
What was it? Porsche for us, Alex? Is it a Porsche for us?
Yeah.
So
I was pointing out how a few years ago every other company was putting crypto or blockchain in their titles.
Yeah. Because crypto and blockchain
if
was...
this was 2005, it would just be an cigar, right?
Yeah, because crypto and blockchain became like a big thing then, and companies wanted to capitalize on the marketing hype of that, so they jumped on the bandwagon. So that's what they did.
Maybe that will be only for the big companies, big corporations. I don't think.
But United Cigars is a big company.
Small farm, I don't think is that big. United. I don't know how big.
It's a big enough company to be able to jump on the bandwagon for something.
The small farm in Nicaragua, which make 5 million cigars. It's not small, let's say, not that small, but company which make 5 million cigars. I don't think they have any interest to go in that kind of idea.
They don't, because here's again.
Where is United Cigars headquarters?
US probably.
Of course, that's it. Because it's in US, and all the company maybe headquarters in US, they might have interest to go in that digitalization.
They don't. Here's the thing. This is literally just a massive jump on the bandwagon. That's all it is. There's nothing of substance there. You can't make a digital cigar if you want to smoke it.
That's why I'm solo player, man.
Right.
Don't like bands. I'm not joining them.
I don't know what you said there. What did you say?
I don't know. Something about bands.
You're talking about bandwagon. I'm not joining the bandwagon.
Oh, Ray, listen. We're going to set a rule. You're not allowed to tell jokes anymore. He's just enjoying his cigar and telling me to piss off.
That's a bad precedent for me.
No, okay. It's not anything or anything. It's just some bullshit. That's all it is. It really is the most obvious form of bullshit, because United Cigars saw the hype, probably saw the headlines, probably thought, oh, look, everyone's buying NFTs, isn't it, bro? Let's go. I should probably not do that in a live stream, innit?
I like that. Bro.
I imagine them having this conversation in their boardroom like, bro, NFTs, isn't it? That's a big deal.
For any viewers not within 30 miles of Bradford, that's
it's a very local accent.
Okay, that's something which Andre actually mentioned. I'm just looking at the comment. He said the article said the company said the profits of the sale will be donated to the cigar rights of the world, which is a very interesting thing. They actually plan to have some profit.
Yeah.
So and it's a good cause. The cigar rights of the world have a brilliant idea behind it.
But you know why? This is the classic corporation backhander. It's like a backhanded compliment. That's what it is. When you're like meeting a girl and like some toxic guys have that backhanded compliment thing. That's what this is in essence.
I haven't been in a meeting girl for the last 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
My generation was way over different,
No, but some guys do that, like dickhead kind of thing where they have that backhanded compliment as a way to get the girl. Basically, what they're doing is they're trying to take the marketing hype of NFTs to use to their advantage, and because they don't want to come across like completely like obvious and like, oh yeah, you guys are obviously just doing this for that. They're putting it in like, oh, we're gonna distribute the profits to X, Y, and Z. But fact is, they're not really trying to make money off this. They're just trying to jump on the bandwagon so that they can get into some headlines. That's what it is. They want to jump on some headlines. They want to use the hype of NFTs to their advantage. Do you know what? Respectable to some extent, because it's like, okay, you found a way to get into all the headlines. Because every single website, every single cigar industry website put it up on their site, right? Cigar Aficionado had it, Cigar Journal had it, Halfwheel had it.
All the news-related websites, they put it like info, but literally there was the same article probably everywhere.
Yeah, but
no one mentioned more details.
But people were talking about them. That's the thing. People were talking about them, and that's the key thing that they wanted. They just wanted some hype back on their train.
I was busy smoking cigars instead of reading that stuff.
But you sent me the article.
Yes.
You sent me, that's the thing.
I didn't read it. I don't know what's NFT. I didn't read it. I just sent it. I don't know what's
But that's the beauty of it. It got people talking. It got people talking about United Cigars.
Yeah,
it got
we're
people
doing it for half an hour
cigars.
already. I've seen that.
But it makes a big difference. So they wanted that. They wanted the marketing hype of NFTs to slip over onto them as well. That's basically what it was. So they're not expecting to make a lot of money from this, if any. And if they do make any money, then they're just going to send. It's just a marketing budget. That's what it is.
I mean, as Gaz pointed out, you can obviously claim, if you donate those profits, you can claim that against tax.
That's another thing as well. So that's literally all it is. However, there might be something in NFTs and cigars to some extent. We don't really know exactly what, but there could be some level of security or something that people could kind of lock into it. But then I don't even know if that would work. Because if let's say
security, man.
Exactly. So let's say you put like an NFT marker or something onto the cigar bands, hypothetically.
Okay.
Let's say you put a marker onto cigar band. So the ownership is transferred through those markers. You can't purchase it with regular currency. You have to purchase it through Ethereum, because Ethereum is the most widely used currency for NFTs.
But that's one thing. If you want to make cigars
No,
which
but
you
let
can't
me-
buy with,
but hear me
with
out.
the normal money,
Yeah.
you can buy only with Bitcoins, Ethereums, or whatever. That's one thing. Yeah, you basically you say that's only for
Yeah.
people which
But hear
have
me
that
out.
money.
But hear me out. I mean, anyone can buy Ethereum. It's not really difficult. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you
It's
can
just
buy
like
them
a-
only virtually,
Yeah.
but.
But hear me out. So, if let's say you did do that, the problem is the marker is on the band. It's not in the cigar, is it? It's not in the cigar wrapper. It's not in the cigar
That was
filler.
my point.
It's not in the cigar binder. It's in the actual wrapper.
That's what.
And
what I
how
a-
easy is it to freaking get a band and
Yeah.
just take it off?
That's what I ask. How you protect
This
the
is not a
cigar
Trinidad
which-
anymore.
Yeah, how you protect the handmade cigar from with that kind of implementing the technology tokens, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's I know there's a cigars which actually put the QR codes into the package of the cigar. So warped cigars, if I'm not mistaken, warped and Kyle Gellish cigars usually, they come in the seal fans as most of the New World cigars. On the seal fan of the back, I'm really sorry that I didn't bring any of those cigars with me to show it on the camera.
I've
but
seen them. They've got
on
a
the,
QR
ci-
code.
on the back of the cigar, where is the sticker, you have the name on the cigar, warped, flow de veil, blah blah blah, all the different stuff, and you have the small shiny QR code. When you scan the QR code, it shows you when the cigar is made, where it's made. I think in some of the more premium ones, it show you who is the rollers and stuff like that. So it's a basic information which, instead of putting onto the box like date stamps and the codes for the factory, you know, because if you show any of the recent producers on the box, there's a weird symbols and like stamps with CT5 or something. That kind of letter stuff, basically every factory can manage to trace that box to the roller to see who rolled the cigars, if there's any problems with the cigars. You know, if some shop have a box which basically all the cigars are plugged or stuff, they can trace it back, they can see what's the problem and solve it. And that's the idea of the QR as well. So every cigar will be traceable if it's in the seal fan. Of course, a lot of people remove the seal fan. There's no point of that. But still, it's a one step ahead from some other companies which basically even didn't use the seal fan.
Yeah.
I can name a company like that which I don't like as well. But
Well,
let's not make free commercial stuff for that.
Well, Habanos don't have any cellophane on their cigars.
We're not talking about Habanos. You know, they can't protect their fake stuff. So, but yeah, there was a.
And when it comes to like Habanos and Cuban cigars, there's so many fakes. It's just not feasible to try and manage.
They try. They implement new bands.
They try, but it's just-
ultraviolet stuff. But you
It's just
can't.
a
You know,
tricky one.
with the industry where there's a lot of big percentage is a counterfeit and stuff. It's not easy. But I was talking for different brand of cigars which they claim every good cigar is supposed to don't have a seal fan, which is I'm not agree with that. And they also claim that cigars will cost less than $10. Basically shits.
Who said that?
I don't want to tell it in the
Just
camera.
say it, man. Look, I want to
So,
know.
yeah,
Alex
okay,
wants to
the,
know.
The cigar is the cigar. The guy is called Zaya. What was his name? Andre might help me. So the cigars are called Septimo. The brand Septimo
Who?
cigars. Septimo.
Never heard of him.
It's a very small boutique brand, doing small boutique cigars until 2 years ago, when that guy, which is a billionaire in US, he decided to buy it as a toy. You know, all that billionaires, where they spent their money to show his friends what he bought. El Septimo, yeah. So he bought the brand 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something. He started put a lot of money into the brand. Yes, shiny, interesting Vitolas. You know, they have Vitola which is 2-inch. Torpedo. I'll have that cigar.
Why?
If you check how much that...
Wait.
No. Do you know how much
It's
that
a
cigar
2-inch
was?
cigar.
You know how much it cost?
Go on.
$20.
For one?
Yes.
It's a 2-inch cigar.
$20. That's one of the cheapest one they have.
Makes any guy feel a bit more, you know.
So I have been... Man, check the website. I'll show you later when we finish the... I'll show you the website.
Sorry, I
see-
just need to put
So
this on
if
screen.
you-
Alex, what did you say?
Yeah.
Alex goes, that's about 6 inches, isn't it?
So I have been on a Zoom call with that guy, not only myself, I've been on an event, let's say that way, an event where the guy was a special guest. He talked about these cigars, and the arrogancy to tell that basically every cigar roller producer which makes cigars which are not at least $10 a piece production value, that's mean he put shit tobacco in there, bad tobacco, and the cigar's not worth anything. And I have the counter questions on that and say, guys, every single cigar brand probably have under $10 cigars. Every single company have the under $10 cigars, and they're amazing. Some of them are amazing.
I mean, there are Cuban cigars that you can buy.
We didn't talk for the Cubans.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can buy, but he talked for the New World
euros.
cigars basically, and he claimed that his cigars are the best. He don't touch any other cigars. Maybe it's true. I don't confuse that, but
no. But I'm just saying, to put that into context, from someone who smokes Cubans, in Europe you can buy really, really good quality Cuban cigars for less than €10.
Maybe, yeah, but. Even if we take any ranking, any top 25, top 10, top 40, top whatever, there's at least few good cigars under $10 in that rankings. Yeah. I can mention every brand. Tatuaje, they made few good cigars under 10 brands, and it's blended by Don Pepino, Jaime, or Pete Johnson, decent blenders. E.P. Carrillo, he make a lot of cigars under $10, and he get a lot of awards. Quesada, another famous guy. Even Fuente makes cigars under $10.
Yeah, of course. Almost every good brand produces cigars.
Yeah, Padron make under $10 cigars, and they're not bad.
No.
So I don't understand that point.
Which is the Padron 2000?
2000, I think 7,000.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're under $10.
They're very popular. They're very popular.
Yes, and they're decent cigars. So I prefer to smoke any Padron instead of El Septimo.
The Kraken's under €10.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So that was the idea. That's why I don't like that guy. I don't like that kind of arrogant guys. It's not mine. I don't mind people who have their opinion and everything. I respect that. But to tell that everyone else a part of you making a bullshit cigars, and you don't even make a cigar, you don't know how to make a cigar because you have 10 people in the company which blend the cigars for you. I don't understand it. And basically because the cellophane looking ugly, and you say everyone put in cellophane, he just wants to hide the misperfections on the cigars.
No, that's not true.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but that's not true.
I know it's not true.
I don't like cigars.
The cellophane protect your cigars. When you have them in your humidor, remove the cellophane and that's fine. But it's made for protection because I buy so many cigars without cellophane and they're damaged, cracks and stuff because humidity, transportation, everything can crack salt in wrappers.
I mean, I'm not a fan. Personally, I'm not a fan of cigars in cellophane. Not because I think that... I don't know, I just don't like the look of them, personally. However, I don't think that it's a bad thing for a company to do that, because I know that there's a massive upside. Like, I'm being unreasonable to say that cigars in cellophane is a bad thing. That would be an unreasonable comment, because that's not true.
It's completely is completely natural product.
Yeah.
It's been
it's a great way. It's a great way to protect cigars.
Plants, and it's breakable. You can store the cigars with the cellophane.
It's a great way to protect cigars. Highly agree with that. I mean, Davidoff cigars come in cellophane as well. What, are they bad?
Almost every New World cigar.
Yeah, Padron don't come in cellophane, do they?
2000 come in, yes.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
2000, 5000.
Padron as well. A Toro Fuente, they definitely come in.
Yes, most of the normal lines, 858, the Rosado, the Grandes, the Magnums, they all come in cellophanes.
So the idea of cellophane being a bad thing is just nonsense. But I just don't like the look of them. But that's not any reason to take them away.
Also, I found something very interesting. Most of the cellophanes, because sometimes when I buy a cigar, I'm honestly telling that I don't know what's the name on the Vitola, I don't know what's the name on the blend sometimes. Back on the cellophane, most of the time it's written down.
Yeah, there's a QR code and stuff like that.
No, not only the QR code. Some companies say that is a Oliva V Maduro 5x52. Which people don't have that knowledge and can't recognize always the Vitola, and look something like 50.
No, that's a double
maybe
Robusto.
52. Yeah, maybe that. Even
Andre mentioned it. Andre mentioned in the comments it's a double Robusto.
Maybe double
54.
Robusto. I'm not into the Oliva V Vitolas. I don't know all of them. I know they make weird Vitolas every year, so yeah. But exactly, if I have the seal with the back, and now I know that's double Robusto. I don't need to measure it. I have measurement too, but I don't use it often. But I don't need to measure it and see what's the size and stuff, and to check the cigar. It's something which give you an information, even for the new blend. Yeah, that's obvious Oliva V, but there's a cigars which don't have name on it. They don't have the name. They have just a picture. That's it. You don't know what's
well,
that.
that's helpful, isn't it?
So if you don't know, then
Oh yeah, well actually no, that's true. Most companies just have their logo.
logo something on the cigar. It didn't say anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, other day I smoke Viaje Skull and Bones. Skull, there's only red skull and white bones on the black foam. That's it. No Viaje, no name, nothing.
Nothing.
So if you see that cigar, what are you gonna say? Okay, what's that? Skull and Bones. You start looking in Google for Skull and Bones cigars. Maybe you find because the name is Skull and Bones, but imagine it's something else. How are you gonna find that cigar if you wanna try it? If you have seen the picture and you wanna see what's that cigar?
By the way, let's get back to the subject. NFTs. So NFTs, I mean, the idea of having some security measure in place for cigars could be there, and Ethereum could offer some degree of protection. But the protection would be so mild, it's not even worth considering. So I know that the title of this video is quite clickbait, and I apologize. I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not sorry. I got you here, didn't I? No, I mean, NFTs, I highly doubt that they're going to change the industry in any meaningful way, because we've got cigars that are a physical product. They're not a virtual product. And you can't smoke a concept.
You
It's sort of
can't.
the whole point of an NFT,
You
isn't it? It's virtual.
Yeah.
You're vaping. You're vaping. It's a virtual smoke.
No,
What?
It's still real.
You're still... Oh, you're
man.
just making fun of vapors, man, with their pussy sticks. That's what South Park calls it. Oh, we don't deal with them pussy sticks. We only smoke real weed.
We need to put a 18 dot in our corner, you know.
How many swears can I do?
A lot.
It's all up now.
Shit. Okay. Well, a pussy isn't a swear.
It means cat.
Exactly. We're in England.
Okay. Pussy.
There's a band called the Pussycat Dolls. What, is that a swear now?
No,
Well,
it's
if you
called
look-
pussy cat.
If you look at them,
Maybe. So yeah, the pussy sticks. Sorry.
yeah, we are very very anti-vape. I don't know, guys.
I'm not
Maybe you don't
anti-vape.
know- Yes, you are.
I am, okay. I mean,
Yes, you are.
I'm leaving if you know.
apparently I'm anti-vape now. Sorry, uncle and family members. And that special someone, but okay, cool.
Show someone. Come on, man. Find the real
Listen, man.
woman, man. Not the vape chicks.
Hey, look, we smoke
Give her the
cigars.
cigars.
We smoke cigars.
She need to smoke cigar then. Why is she smoking vapes? I can supply her with cigar if she stops smoking vapes.
Can you supply me with cigars?
No.
If I start vaping, will you supply me with cigars?
No, I'm not gonna meet you.
You're not gonna. If I start, basically what Ray is saying is, if I start smoking vape, the live stream is done. It's over.
No, it will be without me.
Oh yeah.
And not gonna be cigar auntie, it will be vape people renting a cigars maybe.
Listen,
we've
I'm
got fight back. Gaz is fighting the vape corner here.
Oh, guys, I'm on your side, kind of, but I don't really want to be. What's Gaz saying? I can't
He's
read.
saying it got him off of 30 cigarettes a day.
Smoke a cigar, man. You don't need a vape.
30 cigars a day.
Yeah. You don't inhale. It's cool. If you could smoke 30 cigars in a day, I'd be impressed. I mean, even Lawrence, what's his name?
I know people smoking 20, but 30.
30, that's too many.
You know, Andre will know the guy. It's called Heiko Poertz. It's a German guy. He make Maori cigars. Andre claimed they are very decent, very nice. So I'm up to try some of them. He mentioned in one of the calls I've been with him, he smoked during the Havana's festival, which is few days. He smoked 130 something cigars
In one day?
in all the festival.
What?
Like few days, 130 cigars.
How?
I don't know.
Was he chain smoking them? Was he smoking twice?
I don't know,
Together?
man. I don't know.
I've done that. I've smoked two at a time.
I don't know, man. The guy I don't know how heavy smoker is. And I haven't met him personally. I've been on a few online events, but he says smoke 130 cigars during the Havana festival. Which is crazy madness.
Can I just quickly ask, how's the audio on me at the moment? Is it still a bit loud?
You're looking at the same coins I am, aren't you?
Yeah. Is the audio too loud for me?
Let me do this, and it might. At least we're safer then.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that should be a bit better. Because I think Andre was saying, Usman's loud as
Other
you.
people saying it's alright, but
Okay. Because I know that even last week when we first started, the audio on me was a bit loud, and then it kind of like phased out. I think Alex must have done something to kind of.
They're starting the Mike for Alex hashtag as well.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, because we don't have third mic. We're poor band still.
If you want to donate
more
a mic,
sponsors.
no wait, we need a mic and a mixer then. We need an extra mic and a To be fair, you could just use that mic that we've got on the Zoom.
It's down there. It's not really gonna. Anyway.
I'm just saying you could just plug it up there and then. So no mic for Alex. Alex doesn't need a mic because if we give him a mic,
Nobody will control the cameras.
yeah, he's just not gonna shut up. I mean, we're just about controlling him at the moment. He's giving me some real dirties right now. But no, NFT cigars. I think that there might be some. I think some companies might eventually use some way to be able to kind of lock in a box or whatever, or have some way of offering some degree of security. It might not. It's not going to be any real effective security.
I have seen a comment. Sorry forgot the name, but the guy say maybe NFT will be good for humidors, lighters, and cutters. Which I think there's a point. There's a more fair point about it.
I don't see that. I don't see how.
So you can buy a humidor which have the patent or something like that.
The what? The patent.
The patent, yeah.
I think he meant it as a joke, to be honest. But
No.
But I think more. I've seen more point in that instead of cigars. To be
No, it's
honest.
still a physical product. Anything which is a physical product doesn't really benefit from having an NFT to it. Because the NFT inherently is for virtual products. It's for art, which is not physical. If you have a painting, for example, paintings don't have NFTs to them because it exists as its own. You can go to a particular location, and if you have enough money, you can purchase the actual painting. So you own the painting. You don't own the copyright to the painting, but you own the painting.
I'm getting more and more confused.
or you can buy a copy of that thing.
Yeah. Right. Here's the difference. When you buy an NFT, you're buying a virtual image. You're buying a virtual product. You're not buying a physical product. And it doesn't have to be backed by a physical product because United Cigars have already confirmed or not confirmed that at the moment there isn't a physical product to their NFT cigar. It doesn't exist. We know that it doesn't exist, so you're not purchasing an actual cigar.
I'm realizing I'm getting older now.
No, we all are.
I don't want to move in that kind of virtual. I'm happy with my age and my...
Yeah, that's what most people are going to be. Most people are going to enjoy smoking actual cigars. But what United Cigars has done is just...
I have enough for my lifetime, I'm pretty sure. So even if
You've got enough for 2 lifetimes, but help
everything
me
become
out.
virtually, I have no problem. I'll still keep my tobacco-related products and I'm going to smoke them.
Listen, man, send me some. I seen some of them Grand Reservers.
No, I don't have Grand Reserves.
Oh, you don't? You don't?
No, I don't.
So those cigars that I saw in your humidor, they weren't...
They're just on the humidor, man. They're just sitting there.
Oh, okay. He literally picked them up like, check out these Grand Reserve.
They're fakes.
But, oh yeah, they're fakes.
They're
Yeah,
fakes.
okay. I'll take the fakes. It's cool.
Brown paper.
No, I don't think NFT cigars
Let's
are
stop
going to be...
talking about NFT cigars. Now. I'm confused. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand
Well,
it.
why
Either.
don't we go back into your generation then? You can tell us about the history.
Yeah, let's
My
talk about
generation.
cigars. Like, how did cigars get to be where they are now?
Okay, history lesson.
Don't start it off as a lesson.
No, I'm usually history is very, very favorite topic of mine. I love talking about history and stuff like that. I read a lot of the history of the cigars. There's some of the informations are pretty much not same everywhere. They have different opinions on some of the stuff, but the stuff I don't know, where you want to start? Very in the beginning, the ancient Indians.
No, let's start modern history.
What do you want to know then? Ask.
Well, cigars... Let's talk about Europe, America, where the cigars,
Okay.
cigars. So first we've got
Let's-
we've got Cubans and we've got New Worlds, right? That's the distinction that we're making.
Let's start in a some kind of order, people, maybe to get it more. I'm not going to start with the Indians, but I'll start with the first people actually from the New World
Yeah.
going to the Indian lands and smoking cigars. That was the Spanish guys.
Mm.
Columbus, when he landed in where he landed in Bahamas, I think, he need to continue his travel to India, approximately, because he going to India in the
Of course,
idea.
yeah. To see.
But without knowing, he ended on Cuba, in the Cuban island. He sent few people in Cuba just to see to get the food, water supplies. And that few people, seeing some people smoking something, Indians smoking something, they was, okay. And the Indians basically give them cigars to try, invite them to the rituals of the gods and stuff. And the things, the two Spaniards impressed, it wasn't the tobacco. It was the plate where the tobacco been. The plate was 24 karat gold.
Mm.
So when they came back in Spain years later, they tell the queen back in the time that people have gold. We need to send more money, more ships, more people, and get the gold.
Mm.
But of course, with every curiosity, the human nature, they decide to try the tobacco as well. So they bring the tobacco in Spain. Back in the 17th century, they bring the tobacco in Spain. First country out of the Caribbean basin, which basically try to cultivate tobacco in not the native regions, because the Indonesia have tobacco, Africa have tobacco, and South America. The Spaniards bring it to Spain, and the fun fact, they start around Toledo, and that's where the word cigar come from. Is the area where they grow the tobacco is cigar or something, and that's where the cigar word came from. So that's 1640, 1650.
Yeah.
That's where the Spanish people get the tobacco in Europe, first country. But the Spanish people realize how important is the tobacco, because the people start getting addicted. They want to smoke more and more and more. Basically, the English people seeing the pipe tobaccos, they start import tobacco into the England pretty much 20, 30 years later.
Mm.
And the Spanish empire decide we're gonna put it like embargo, something like that, in Spain, in Cuba, and everything which coming out of Cuba as a tobacco is going only for our purpose.
Mm.
You're not allowed to get any tobacco out of Cuba if it's not for Spain, which been like that for 100 years. And then, of course, as every revolution in Cuba, everything is revolution in Cuba, people wasn't happy of that. They start smuggle stuff through the other ways into the America, which is closest.
Yeah.
America, around 18th century, was already become a country, and the tobacco been bring to Pennsylvania. So the first factory in America, weird enough, is not in Pennsylvania, is in New York. The very first factory of tobacco is in New York.
Okay.
And few years later, when the Civil War in States become, some general move tobacco from States, and they decide to grow in Pennsylvania, which is a very decent climate for the tobacco. Then the cigars start growing up in America.
So where did they get their seeds from? Did they get it from Cuba as well?
Well, there's no clear information. There's already tobacco factory in New York,
Yeah.
which bring tobacco from Cuba. Everyone getting tobacco from Cuba back in the times. Well, some illegally, some legally. When the...
So Cuba was basically the frontier of the cigar industry in essence.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and when the Spanish country can't control anymore that tobacco, they decide, okay, we allow everyone to buy tobacco from here, but need to be shipped through Spanish ports, because they still claim money for that. It's not a silly country. Basically, they do very clever stuff. And we're moving through the years. We're not gonna go every single event through that years, but back in the 18th century,
Yeah.
in Cuba, the first brand claimed to be in Cuba. It's been, I think, 1812, 1813. That's the oldest official brand made in Cuba, which, the name just get out from my mind. I'll probably get it in a few moments, but basically, there's a few other discussions I've seen in the forums about which is the first actually Cuban brand. Some people claim it will be different brand and stuff, but that was the first brand, 1812, 1813.
Is it La? No.
No, it's not La. I don't have the Google to check the name on the brand. It's not exist, because the guy which made that brand being killed very soon after he made it, because he did that illegally, and the Spanish people don't like that and kill him.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, but that was basically the first Cuban brand. And some years later, 1834, Paul Laranaga is running,
Yeah.
which is the oldest Cuban brand in the portfolio of the Habanos at the moment.
Yeah.
To nowadays. Then you have the Ramon Leones, which is a Spanish immigrant a lot of Spanish immigrants coming into Cuba to grow tobacco. Basically, Cuba give land to every Spanish guy which go in there and grow tobacco. They give him land. That's how you have the proper cigar boom in some point. And years later, all the brands come in. You got the Partagas, Romeo and Juliet, Punch, blah, 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 H. Chapman, everyone coming on board, which is coming over around 1900, slightly before 1900, where basically in Cuba, you have more than 1,000 factories made in tobacco, made in more than 350 million cigars a year. How many cigars Cuba made now? 120 million.
Yeah.
120 years ago, 350 million.
How are they managing that kind of supply?
Because everyone doing that was basically the Cuba one of the three things they made back in the time.
I see.
So, and we don't have Nicaragua on the map. We don't have Dominican Republic on the map yet. We have America, but America is a big country. So you have all the Europe, you have Asia. Tobacco being in China since 1640s. Yeah. Being in China. So you have tobacco everywhere, coming mostly from Cuba. And then the Ybor city become something. The guy with surname Ybor, basically in Tampa, create a village for cigar producers. And for a very short period, there was more than 60 factories making cigars in Ybor city, in America.
In Florida?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so they start getting over. And then you have a company like Henry Clay and Partners, which basically come from America, go down in Cuba, and buy about 100 brands. They combine 100 brands and more, 100 and more brands in one place. Let's say like they make the first cigar corporation, or maybe call it that way. And that's how some of the brands gone. Many of the brands just being completely merged with others and stuff like that. And again, Cuban revolution, independence from the Spain, being helped by the US, of course. And that's how the US create after that the General, the General cigars and stuff. Basically, they start 1907, 1908, something like that. They were the first proper corporation. They get the Jamaican tobacco later and everything. Talking about the other countries, like Dominican Republic, the first official factory in Dominican Republic is La Aurora. La Aurora started 1903 or 1904.
Yeah, that's what I thought, La Aurora.
La Aurora, that's the first Dominican factory. Eduardo Jimenez Leon, I think.
I thought La Aurora started in Cuba.
No. La Aurora.
No, La Gloria. Sorry, I'm getting
La Aurora is the very first Dominican factory which existed till nowadays. And
is it still running?
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. Same one?
Yeah, La Aurora. I give you cigars to make the strongest cigar you smoke. It's La Aurora.
I'm not smoking that.
No, you already smoke it. You remember the cigars I give you with the colorful band many years ago when you do that shoots with the models and stuff like that. That was La Aurora.
Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh.
They make some decent cigars. One of the first New World cigars I smoked was La Aurora.
Mate, listen. That cigar was too strong. I could feel my brain kind of like recalibrating when I smoked that one.
Yeah, La Aurora still makes cigars. I believe it's the biggest factory in the world at the moment.
I thought Nicaraguan cigars were the strongest.
They are, but Dominican also can make strong cigars. They just don't make that kind of. But at the moment, they also make strong cigars.
That was too strong, man.
There's a Padrones which are very strong. They're Nicaraguan, but there's a Fuentes Dominican, pure Dominican, which is strong as well.
See, I can handle a Padron comfortably. I enjoy Padron cigars, but that La Aurora cigar you gave me.
Padron,
honestly.
Padron. If you're talking for Padron, they start 1964, I believe, in Florida, in Miami. Fuente was a Cuban immigrant which immigrated to Tampa in 1912, something like that. They start in Tampa. Then when a lot of problems in US later, when the embargo came in and basically people can't import tobacco from Cuba, they moved down to different countries like Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic. If you're talking for Nicaragua, the first official factory, I think, is Joya de Nicaragua. They started in 1964, 65, I believe, Joya de Nicaragua. And a few years later, it became the official cigar of the White House. in US.
Really?
And because they know a lot of Cubans. You know, Kennedy, 1961, I think, if I'm not mistaken, put the embargo. Of course, sent his personal assistant to buy
Yeah, he
him
bought
thousands
like
of
thousands of
H-Up
cigars.
months. You know how short up months. Get him that cigars, put the embargo, and basically, yeah. But the
What a
official cigar of the
sneaky-
White House for many, many years was Joya de Nicaragua. Many
Mm.
people don't know that, but it's actual fact. And later, you can see a lot of other factories and stuff. So that's the short version of the history of the cigars. Let's say that way. You know, I can talk more for all the events.
Before you get into like anything else, let's just have a quick word for our sponsor, which is Monte Fortuna Cigars. Monte Fortuna Cigars, we've got a link in the description to their website. Make sure you check them out. Fantastic company, brilliant, brilliant service. They've got a wide range of cigars, both Cuban and New World. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the company. I think that they do a brilliant job, and I highly, highly recommend them. As I mentioned earlier in the video, got a bunch of cigars coming from them, which I paid for, you know, with my own money, which are coming hopefully this week. So looking forward to that, and highly, highly recommend them. So huge thank you to Monte Fortuna for sponsoring our live stream. Make sure you check them out. And yeah, fantastic company.
I was just asking what we're smoking.
Oh, I don't think you can mention your cigar.
No.
No. I'm smoking the Trinidad Fundadores. It's a cigar that was very kindly given to me by Georgie. So is Georgie watching? You see in the comments?
He will watch
No.
it tomorrow. He's
watch it
busy.
tomorrow. Is he busy?
He texts me. Not gonna watch it live probably, but he's gonna watch it tomorrow.
That's cool. Well, Georgie sent like a bit of a care package, I would say, with a bunch of cigars, and he sent me a Trinidad Fundadores. And if you know anything about the cigars that I like, one, I love Trinidad's above pretty much all other brands, and two, the Fundadores is like the king of Trinidad cigars in my view. I think it's probably the best. I love this cigar. I love this cigar so much. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking Oliva V.
Double Robusto.
Probably it's double robusto. As I say, I have no information about. I just found it in my humidor the other day when I moved some stuff, and I see it. I say it's only one. I don't have any memories where it come from, who sent it, who gave me, or where I bought it. It's in a pile of cigars which are usually 2013, 2014. So I'm guessing it's from that period. Weird Vitoa, I don't have any of that Vitoa.
No, Andre in the
it's
comments
probably
confirmed. It's
double robusto. See, I'm not
Yeah.
massive Oliva fan. I keep some of the their stuff, but not many big hole. It's missing goal. Same with that. I enjoy from that age. With that age, I enjoy the Lancero way more instead of that one. It's not a bad cigar, but yeah.
Just to address the point, Monte Fortuna shipping. Obviously, they don't ship from the UK, right? So
No, they don't ship from the UK. They ship from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah, they ship from Switzerland. I believe so.
Andre says Spain, but
No, they do ship from Spain, but they also ship from Switzerland, depending on where the stock is. So some stock is held in Spain, and some of their stock is held in, or the majority of their stock is held in Switzerland.
import taxes.
Import taxes, yeah, that's something. I'm just
Well,
gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
About the import taxes, every single country have their rules and their legislation. So if you're from UK,
Yeah.
if you buy, of course, from Switzerland, you're eligible to pay import and duty and stuff like that. But if people are based in Switzerland or something, they might not need to pay any kind of tax, you know.
It depends where you are.
Depends where you are,
Depends
but
entirely where you are.
It's always, you know, usually tobacco being everywhere in the world pursued by any kind of taxes.
Yeah.
And
But if you're based in the EU and they send you stock from their Spanish warehouses, then I believe that there's no import tax on that, because, well, you're in the EU. Unfortunately, a few of us over here decided that we don't want to be in the EU anymore. So, thanks, guys.
Let's not bring that into it.
yeah, let's-
We already have. Let's open this can of worms as well.
But in terms of import taxes to the UK, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Let's just leave that one.
Yeah.
If whatever country you're in, just read up on the import tax laws and so on and so forth, and then you'll have to basically take it from there. So, yeah, I'm not gonna. But it's okay. Let's say that. So, Ray, history of cigars. let's talk about modern history. You know, from like the 80s and the current, because Cuban cigars were kind of becoming. Well, Cuban cigars are still one of the most prominent, especially in the UK.
Modern history, for me personally, modern history is probably 20th century. Because, you know, you see the Cuban Revolution, you see all the countries start growing tobacco, start making the influence. Davidoff, I didn't mention Davidoff. You probably asked me a few questions before for Davidoff. I didn't give you the distinctive
I want to
answers.
know. I want to know. So let's talk about that.
Davidoff, Zino Davidoff, was a guy which have a shop in Switzerland.
Yeah.
He's a Switzerland. I don't know how it's called. The Switzerland citizen, Swiss. So he's a Swiss guy, tobacconist, and he was actually he make few very very interesting stuff for the industry. He make, if I'm not mistaken, the very first climate control room for the cigars back in the 1930s, 1934, 1935. Because as we know, Switzerland was very very not touched by the situation in Europe, the wars and stuff like that. They didn't been involved by any
let's not get into
They had all the gold.
So basically, he was being lucky enough to be in that country. He managed to sustain the business and proper business and stuff, and he create that one. In some point later, he create also the humidor, the desktop humidor. He was his idea to have a box with specific wood and humidification system and stuff like that. But Zino Davidoff, after the Cuban Revolution, when the Cuban tobacco being created and stuff, it's been approached by a Cuban company, government, how we can say, right? 1969.
essentially the government.
1969, I believe, is the year when they say we want to make cigars with your name. But as everything in Cuba, it's nationalized. So they use him as a brand ambassador. They use him to create the boxes, the blends, but he didn't make any profit of that.
Really?
No, because it's Cuban-owned, it's a government-owned business.
So it was just to build profile.
He just built a profile. He created the blend, the boxes, the look of it. He is the ambassador of the Davidoff. And that's been until 1991, when he decided that he's not happy with the quality.
Did he at least get free cigars?
I don't know. Maybe he get free cigars, but, you know, it's Zino Davidoff. You know, everyone knows Zino Davidoff back in the time, and his relations with Cuba, because he's selling a lot of Cuban tobacco before that, Cuban cigars. That's why they give him that honor to make him one of their brands. Now, years later, back in the 1990s, where they created the Robaina brand, that was exactly the same story. They respect Don Alejandro Robaina for the world-known wrapper which he made, and they make a brand for him. And of course, he didn't earn a single penny of that. So all the profit going for the Cuban government. He just being the ambassador, being the name. Maybe he produced the wrapper for his own cigars, but he didn't make any money of that. Any box they sell, he didn't get any percentage or anything.
Really?
Yeah. That's the communist
Cuban
country.
way.
Cuba. That's the Cuban way. Yeah. So that's the story with the Davidoff. You know, and Davidoff, when decided to not happy with all the stuff, he approached Kellner family in the Dominican Republic and start making cigars with them until our days. And basically, he sold his company to Oettinger.
Yeah.
I don't know when was that. Maybe
94,
something
95?
in the 90s. Yeah, somewhere in the 90s, he sold his company to Oettinger. He still continue being like a face of the company, but he didn't own anything in that until he's been, until he's passed away. But yeah, that was the simple story of the Zino Davidoff, how he didn't make any money of all his cigars. Maybe he make money when he sell Davidoffs, because he make profit on that, of course.
Because he went to Dominican.
He didn't get any percentage or anything, and yeah.
Interesting. So Davidoff made no money on Cuban cigars.
He didn't make money on the
Davidoff brand of Cuban cigars.
He makes cigars when he resell them. He's a tobacconist with the shop. Basically, he sells a lot of cigars and he makes some profit of that. But yeah, Cuban country is weird. You know, the duplex bands. I might mention that. The duplex bands, H. Upmann, Monte Cristo, which are not made in Cuba. So basically, back in the time, 1970s, General and the American companies, corporations, blah, blah, they decide we want to make our H. Upmann, we want to make Monte Cristo, we want to make Romeo and Juliet, and we're going to make them in Honduras. And because America is a is a weird country. They decide they have the rights on the names.
Yeah.
Because the people which create that brands, they no longer live life. They passed away many years ago.
But didn't Cuba sell the rights to those brands to the Americans anyway?
No.
They didn't sell the rights?
No, they claim them because they can. Cuba can't stop them. There was a slight problem with Cohiba years later when U.S. companies decided to make non-Cuban Cohiba. There was a judge, there was a court, what is called, they start law stuff into the procedures with the law executions and stuff like that in 1995. Basically, the Cuba Tobacco decided to go after an American company, which decided to go for the non-Cuban Cohiba. They put that in motion, and 10 years was no decision on that. The decision came in 2005, and it was in favor of the American company. That's why we have the non-Cuban Cohibas at the moment.
But the branding is very different.
Well, it's nothing the same, but it's the same name.
Yeah.
So you don't see any other stuff like that nowadays. That's the only exclusions, the duplex brands.
But I could be wrong here.
If you want to make at the moment, I don't know, if you want to start to make Trinidad Fundadores, you're not going to be able to do that. Because already two companies make them. Not Fundadores, the Trinidad.
I could be wrong.
Even if I decide I'm making the cigars now and I name them Oliva, he's not going to be able to do that.
No, but I could be wrong here, but the understanding that I had was when the embargo happened, a lot of the Cuban brands, the rights to those brands were sold to American companies.
No, because most of the people immigrate in America. So imagine someone called, I don't know, they was all passed away, most of them, but the family which keep in the brands like Benjamin Menendez. Benjamin Menendez and his dad, basically the Menendez Senior, he was the biggest producer of the Cuban cigars back in the time when they lived in Cuba. His factory, he owned H. Chapman, Partagas, I believe. He owned 3 or 4 of the biggest factory. He was one of the richest people in Cuba. When the government took basically the everything from the Cuban people, he emigrated in America with $10 in his pocket. Who's gonna stop him making his own cigars in America?
So why was Cuba allowed to continue with those brands? Surely the Americans would have been like, look, this is our brand.
Yeah, they do it. America do it, but you can't stop Cuba to, Cuba and America is still
True.
Theoretically, they're still in war.
Wow.
So you can't tell them you can't do that. They don't care about it.
I see.
And that's a Cuban brands. They're not going to stop doing Cohiba and put them Cohiba or something like that. They're not going to do that. Nobody can tell them to do that. It's just same name, but they have rights on it. The America have their rights, Cuba have their rights. I'm not completely agree with them. American cigars to have the same name. In my opinion, Cuba is supposed to keep the names, not America. But it's
we've got double brands basically. So we've got the American version and
we have duplex. That's what they call them officially. It's called duplex
brands. So we've got the Cohiba American version or the New World version, and then we've got the Cuban version, which are vastly different, very very different.
Nothing else. There is no even
branding
close.
Is different.
I have tried Trinidad. I have tried most of the Romeo and Juliet. I've tried most of the Monte Cristos. Not all Cohibas. They are not easy to find. I have tried H. Chapman's. Even recently I smoked one of the H. Chapman 8045. None of them are even close to the Cuban quality.
No, they're very, very different.
I love New World cigars. I love them, but not the duplex bands.
No? Are they not good?
If I pick few New World duplex cigars which are decent and worth the money, my favorite one is Romeo and Juliet Nicaragua, being released last year. I was very surprised in how good is that cigar. It's made by Rafael Nudal from Aging Room. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, either AJ Fernandez, either EP Carrillo are involved in that blending. I'm not entirely sure who is it. I can't remember now. But it's a very nice cigar, very decent smoke. Maybe it's slightly stronger for you. It's very dark cigar. It's slightly stronger for you, but it's tasty. No any harshness, no the typical Honduras stuff like most of the other cigars. So they're decent. If I need to pick some others, I like the Trinidad Espiritu, which is the Trinidad version of the Cuban ones, you know, the basic non-Cuban ones, but it's a miss and go. I buy a box when they release them. Half of the box was very nice, half of the box was very bad. Even in construction, in taste, it was miss and go on that cigar. But that's one of the cigars which are not bad if you pick decent one. And probably that's it. I don't like any of the Monte Cristos.
I liked some of the Monte Cristos, you know.
The non-Cuban ones.
The non-Cuban ones.
I smoke.
The Cohiba Blue Robusto.
I haven't smoked that. I know Cohiba is probably the one brand which I haven't smoked much of them.
I've smoked a few of the Cohibas. I can't remember what it was.
I smoked the black. I'm not surprised you smoking Cohibas because they're probably the strongest one from all.
Is it? I didn't think it was that. No, wait. No. That was pretty strong. It was manageable though.
The last cigar which made me shaking was Cohiba Red Dead.
Yeah, but you were hungry then. You told me the story about that.
I told you the story, but still.
No, but when I smoked the Cohiba, I thought it was strong, but it was manageable. It wasn't like that La Aurora you sent me. That knocked me out. But that Cohiba, it was manageable. I could smoke that. Not always, but I think I could smoke that.
But
if I have a full meal, if I have a strong coffee with it, then you know, I was okay with that.
Not the best cigar. Monte, if you go back, Montes, they have one of the most beautiful bands. So Monte Espada, Monte. There's a just cigar called Monte. There's a.
That's the one I had, Espada. I thought that was decent.
With the whole band, which is that big
it's
brown
huge band. Yeah,
it's not bad, but
it's a long cigar. It's a big cigar.
Probably twice the price of most of the other cigars in America. So that Montes and stuff are like $15.
Yeah.
So I even smoked Media Noche other night on my birthday when we having a meetup in my garden. I smoked Media Noche, Media Luna, Media Noche, something like that. It's a huge Monte Cristo cigar. No taste at all.
No?
It was 7" by 58.
You seem to enjoy it though.
I enjoyed it because we're having a good talk and the vibe.
Yeah.
But if I smoke that cigar alone and I want to experience some interesting stuff, I'm not. It's look very oily, dark, supposed to be tasty by the look. It was so blunt, similar as the Kraken you smoke.
Please don't bring up the Kraken.
It's just that coming as an expression. It's
listen. Bland would have been okay. That wasn't bland.
You nearly brought up the Kraken.
Where's the other Kraken? I want to see you how you're smoking it.
I'm not smoking the other one.
I want to see how you're
I'm not smoking the other one.
Come on, guys, let's put vote. Usman to smoke on the live Kraken.
You'd have to pay me.
Let someone put £2 and Usman will smoke the Kraken. I can guarantee that.
I'm not smoking it for £2.
I can vouch it. I can donate another £5 if Usman to smoke the Kraken on the next live. I can guarantee that Usman will smoke it. Yeah. I'm not that kind of person to ask people for money or anything, but if you want to see Usman smoking Kraken, let's do that.
Please don't.
Let's fund company.
No, really, I don't.
Usman to smoke the Kraken on the whole.
Honestly, God, I'm not even like. I really don't want to smoke this. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. No, I can't. It was too bad.
Let's try something.
No.
Yes, put the camera on.
Please
don't put it on Usman.
No.
Okay, how many followers we have now? Approximately.
Followers.
Subscribers.
2,500.
3,000 subscribers, and
I guarantee. Where did you get 3,000 from 2.5?
No. We have 2.5. When we have 3,000,
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna let Usman smoke either Kraken, either Gurkha. I'm gonna supply him the cigars, and he will smoke them. I promise you. If you know, I'm gonna leave the show.
What kind of ultimatum is that?
Yes.
We're gonna do a Gurkha one anyway.
You can choose what I smoke on the 3,000 then. I'll smoke anything you want. If you smoke Gurkha or that Kraken. I'll smoke Guantanamera. Okay, I'll smoke Guantanamera.
No, that's easy. Anyone can smoke Guantanamera.
I'll smoke whatever you want. I'll smoke infused cigar.
No, listen. Wait, I did my Kraken. Okay? I suffered through that already. This one...
You tell me you didn't smoke it. You smoked just a few puffs and make the video.
No, I smoked it properly. It's on video, man. It's there. You haven't even watched the video.
Ian Kelly bids £4 with a V-cut.
I have to buy a V-cutter for that.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
If we hit 3,000 subscribers, I promise you that...
if we carry on, it's going to happen. Let's say
when.
Yeah.
Okay, when we hit 3,000, Usman will smoke.
I'm not good. No, I haven't agreed to this. Okay? Listen.
And I'm start thinking what we're going to do on the 4,000.
This is peer pressure. Okay, I don't...
Very many against one here.
What do the comments say?
Well, currently they're bidding actually. So.
Oh come on, no, no. Listen. I'm being very serious right now. I really don't want to.
Yes, he will do, guys.
I'm not.
He
No,
will
I'm
do
not gonna
it.
do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'll smoke a Fundadoris.
He will do it.
Give me a Media Luna.
Yeah, let's make the things interesting.
No, I can't. Seriously, I can't do it. Honest to God, that was so bad. I felt like I was. If you watch that video, you'll know that I know you. I mean, you two haven't seen the video. That's why you think that.
I have seen it.
No, you haven't.
Not the whole video. I don't
There
want
you
to
go.
see someone smoking Kraken. Especially on the live video or something. But yeah, I'm a man. We're people for the people.
I can't.
You know?
I can't do it. It's too bad.
We need to do it for
Even
the
Rafa was laughing his ass off. He was like, "Oh." Let me put it this way.
For £5, Gaz says you should do the 8x80 and the 2-incher in the same stream.
No. Oh. Put them next to each. I
You
can't.
have to get one of the 2 inches first.
I can't. Oh. I mean, I'm kind of. Here's the thing. Here's the horrible thing, right? I'm kind of contemplating smoking the Gurkha as opposed to the Kraken.
But I'm gonna choose the Gurkha.
No, because it's. Well, to be fair, I mean, if he's gonna be a Gurkha, he's gonna suck anyway. So
For 10 years, relatively smoking decent stuff. And I don't remember before that what I smoked. I have only 3 cigars which I haven't even go to the halfway, and I throw them away.
Go on. Which ones?
So I usually respect any cigar. I even smoke the Kraken pretty much to the end. It cost me 3.5 hours. I lose 3.5 hours of my life smoking
You
that
smoked
kind
it
of.
all?
I leave less than 1/3 of the cigar.
How did you manage that, man?
Well, it's not the first big cigar I smoke. I smoke.
No, I mean like because the size of it wasn't the problem. Because I smoked the Asylum CLE.
I don't find bad taste. I just don't find any taste.
I was like
That was my
feeling-
problem.
I was feeling sick.
I feel like I'm smoking just the tobacco without any taste.
It was horrible, man.
And yeah, I was hoping to find something in some point. You know, I'm always curious. Let's say maybe on the last, you know, if it's some cigars develop very well on the last part.
There
And I was
nothing
hoping until I go to the half of the last third and I say I'm not gonna smoke anymore. 3.5 hours. So it wasn't. I throw the cigar which I smoke least since I started was a Gurkha in a glass tube with a seal on the top, like what was called? It's infused with brandy or something.
You smoked the
Not the Queen something, which is 2,000 pound cigar. They have like
no the 751.
they have like 7-8 different lines with that kind of wax seal.
Which one is that? It's the one that Cigar Obsession did, and he was like, meh, the whole way through.
Man, I can't. If I see it,
It was
I'll
infused
remember
by
It's infused by some brandy or something. Like
yeah, what is it? Charlie? No,
Louis.
Louis.
No, that one. That's very expensive cigar.
Okay, which one was this then?
That is with some other brandy, cheap brandy. I don't know. They have like 20 infused cigars. That's one of them. Some guy gave it to me a few years before that, and I was keeping it in my humidor.
Did he have green wax?
No, the green, the red wax. The
Red
green
wax.
wax is $2,000 cigar.
No, that's £1,000.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. And that was, I keep it in my humidor because it was one of the best looking cigars. You know, glass tube, wax, red wax. The cigar looking alright. I say, I was still back in the time I was having a cigars for not special occasions, but not a everyday smokes. And I decided one night, I was alone. I say, I'll give it a go. It was nice summer night. Start the cigar, literally smoke 10 minutes. I start feeling weird, strange. You know, I love brandy. You know, don't get me wrong. I love that kind of alcohol. That cigar was just, I don't know, something dipped into that, some weird liquor or awful. You know, I carry on smoking another 20 minutes. I literally want to be sick. You know, I want to throw out. And it wasn't strong as a nicotine. It's just the taste was awful.
But that's what happened with the Kraken.
Give 5 more minutes ago and I throw the cigar and tell to my wife, that is the worst thing I ever smoked and I'm not gonna do it again. I'm give it compromise to almost every other bad smoke I have, but not to that Gurkha.
See, that's exactly what happened when I smoked this thing. And by the way, wait a minute. No. This was bought in for you. You asked me for it.
Me? No.
You asked me for it. You said, can you get another one?
I don't mind smoking it. I don't mind.
Okay, you can smoke this one then.
No, don't get away from
No,
that.
no, you can
Don't
smoke.
get away. You can smoke Gurkha then. I'll smoke that, you smoke Gurkha.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll smoke that one. Not a problem. I can light it now if you want.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
mind.
want my house money like it. Okay, right. How's this? I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna really regret this.
No, tell it.
I will smoke a Gurkha.
Yeah.
No, actually, do you know what? We're gonna do a Gurkha night anyway.
Gurkha anyway.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do a Gurkha night.
Let's do it.
We've got I'd rather smoke a Kraken than a Gurkha. There's a new Paul McCartney song in that somewhere.
You know what it is? I don't think I can fully disagree with that as well.
I'm planning now to buy a Gurkha sampler,
Please don't.
and we can have we will start and smoke them all, see what we're gonna find. You smoke until it's about maybe 10 minutes, go on another one. Let's see if we can find a decent Gurkha after we smoke 10 in a row. Not whole. I mean, we're smoking like 10 minutes each.
Mate,
I want to try that.
mate, I've got things to do with my life, man. I've got what? No, one Gurkha.
Let's see. We'll see.
No,
I have
we'll
ideas
see.
already.
Listen,
I
I
have
haven't-
ideas.
listen,
Alex is with me.
Wait,
You know,
wait.
We're
Listen,
majority.
guys.
We have majority.
First
That's
of
why we
all-
get 3.
No, listen. I haven't agreed to anything here, okay? So
What did
Just
you
say.
say? So let me tell you something, guys. Alex, put camera on me. Don't put it on the spot. So we have a hidden agreement. If someone disagree with something, that's why we're 3 people in the team. The majority wins.
that's
So
not how it works.
Alex is with me. You know, I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's a-
Alex wants
No,
to see
no.
smoking
You
a
two
Gurkha.
create a stalemate.
Well, even if we create a stalemate, the commenters want to see it.
Oh God.
Yeah, please, guys, comment that.
Please.
Please put the comments what you want Usman to smoke in the nearest future.
I'm gonna. Oh, I hate
I
you
will
all.
supply him that cigar. I'll find it and supply him. Please put us what you want Usman to smoke.
Listen, if you put a Cuban next to it, as a way of thanking me for doing it, I'll say yes.
It's doable.
A
It's
nice
doable.
Cuban.
It's doable.
Nicely aged.
It's doable.
Okay, I'll agree to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Put the comments, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But not 10 Gurkhas. I'm not doing 10 Gurkhas.
I'm not gonna tell you smoking 10 Gurkhas in a row. I can't smoke 10 cigars in a night or something. You might be just tasting.
No,
a
no,
blind
no, no,
tasting. I'm
no.
not gonna hide in the. I'm gonna
I
hide
don't
in
want to
the.
blind taste any of them, okay?
You're not gonna know.
No.
I think they send you blind.
It's just.
I will be
custom-
blind after that.
It's just custom rolled cigars.
You go blind, boy. Okay.
Can we make our own cigars and call them gherkins?
Gherkins, and they will be sour. Gherkins.
Pickled cigars. No,
yeah,
thank you.
tonight is very fun night. You know, I don't know why. I feel very, very laughing, very, very fun. I'm very open to Q&A session on the end if people wants to ask something. I'm very open to.
Gherkin to an 8x80.
Andre just sent me a message on Facebook. Let's see what he says.
Gaz is asking if Gurkha does an 8x80.
As far as I know, no.
Oh, wait. Andre sent a message saying he's only ever smoked one good Gurkha. Now, first of all, I don't believe him. But he has sent me a picture next to it. So, you know, it's a bit difficult to
He
dispute
probably
this.
have the review in the website, so proper review. And,
He says it's the Gurkha 125th anniversary.
I haven't seen him on that.
So apparently that cigar is a good Gurkha. So he's found the unicorn.
Okay.
The only good Gurkha is one that Andre has smoked.
Andre,
apparently.
did you smoke the Nicaragua or any of the Aganosa made Gurkha? That's what I'm willing to try, to be honest.
What's he said? Might be a while before he replies. Yeah, there's a delay there. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do the Gurkha. No blind tests. I want to know what I'm
Of course we
smoking.
can do it, man. That's why we're here, to entertain the people.
What, at my expense? Thanks for that. I
Why
did
not?
that on the last video, man.
Let's do it, man. You need to experiment. The life is too short not to do experiments like that.
I don't listen. There are some experiments I don't want to do.
In the
No,
name
but-
of the channel.
Yes!
Who said that?
Me!
Oh no! I was gonna say something to that, and I thought, no, I better not.
I think it's a good idea to have a slightly change in the name. Cigar runs and experiments.
No, we're not gonna put the experiments because I know you guys will throw weird curveballs my way. Like, why don't you try this, man? I promise you'll be fine. Yeah.
We're just gonna start saving up our bands from nice cigars.
Dear God. Oh. Okay, Gurkha night. So next live stream is the Gurkha night.
Next one? Okay. I need to see how. I don't have many Gurkhas. I have a few which I haven't tried. I need to manage to find some Gurkhas. No, I can give you some Gurkha. Yeah, we can do Gurkha night.
Guys, what do you think?
We need to talk about something as well. Not only Gurkhas. I don't want to make.
Let's talk about Gurkha as a company. Let's do some research on that company, and because I've been saying a lot of stuff about Gurkha, and maybe it's unfair. I don't think it is, but maybe it's unfair.
No, it's we like to bantering with Gurkha. We like to rant about Gurkha, but it's a piece which is being made by a lot of people. It's a product which is being made by still 300 people touching that. We need to respect that one. It's not our taste, but a lot of people like them. Don't get me wrong.
True. It's a
I
popular
respect
brand.
them. I always like to make jokes with Gurkha, but it's fact that was the worst cigar I ever smoked. But yeah, the fact I'm still trying Gurkhas, that's mean that I want to find my unicorn in Gurkhas, which might happen someday.
I've tried too many Gurkhas now, man.
I don't believe you.
I say too many.
I haven't seen. What's too many? 2? 3.
No, we're talking at least. We're definitely talking double digits.
Well, you didn't smoke that New World cigars in your life.
Of course I have. What are you on about? What are you on? I smoked a lot of the popular options from New World. I haven't smoked like any of the boutique brands that you talk about.
Which New World cigar you smoke most?
Most? Oliva and Davidoff.
Okay, boring.
I like Davidoff. I like Oliva.
Davidoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oliva?
No, their Milanio series are good. I
Okay.
like Oliva Milanio. I think they're good. Fuentes, I've smoked a whole bunch of them, but I just never got on with them. It's just one of them cigars that I know are extremely popular. I didn't think they were bad, by any means. I didn't think they were bad in any way. So I like the Eye of the Shark. When that won the top 25 or whatever. I bought a bunch of them, and I was smoking them. I just thought, it's okay. My uncle loved it.
The Shark, not bad.
My uncle, who doesn't smoke cigars, he absolutely loved it. He thought it was brilliant. He thought it was one of the best cigars he smoked. But I just couldn't vibe with it. What are you laughing at now,
I'm
Alex?
just loving the comments today. We're discussing Ray's rap name.
Ray 300.
Ray 300.
Alex prefers art prods.
Well, that Ray 300, guys, I know you get it. It's not. It was just they decided to name the article like that and put me in there with that name just because I told them that I smoked 300 different cigars last year, just different ones. But yeah, Ray 300. I don't know.
Ray 300.
So we've got some questions starting to filter in for our last 20 minutes.
Go on.
Right,
Let's do
some
Q&A
questions.
session. I'm open.
Well, the first one, we've sort of covered it a little bit, but from TFB Gaming, it's technically not a question, it just says best cheap cigars, but I assume that's the question.
Yeah, we covered that last week, but let's cover that again if you.
Best cheap cigars. Usman will tell the Cubans. I'll tell probably non-Cubans.
Yeah,
Is that alright?
Yeah, of course.
Non-Cubans, I would, in my opinion, cheap or expensive. It's slightly different for everyone. Let's say that way. Some people find cheap cigar $20. Some people find it $2. But
Let's say
I'll
under
keep-
10.
Yeah, let's say around $5 mark.
Yeah.
Let's say that way. That's a very cheap.
Oof, I don't think we can get Cubans for that. Long filler.
Okay, cheapest Cubans then you can say.
Okay, yeah,
The
let's do cheapest
cheapest New Worlds, in my opinion, I smoked very cheap cigar few weeks ago. It's called Artisan, Nicaragua.
Okay.
It's $1.20.
Long filler?
I think it's mixed filler.
No, it has to be long filler. Has to be long filler.
Smoking like a long filler. Have the proper rush, have the taste, the smell. I think it's made for one of the shops in US. It's very, very cheap cigar with the green black band. If you're talking for more known cigar,
No, let's just do long filler only.
I'm a big fan of Vega Fina. Vega Fina
Vega Fina,
making
good.
cigars around $4. Vega Fina Ome Tepe, it's about €6 in Spain. I think it's pretty much mostly in Spain.
I hate him.
Vega Fina, it's lovely, lovely brand of cigars. If you like more strong cigars, I'll go for Villa Zamorano, which is made by Maya Silva, not bad cigar. Fuente 858, it's relatively cheap. I think it's around $6.
Okay, well you gotta pick like two.
All that are decent, you know, I don't know what the people can find around, so I don't mind picking all that, you know, Padron 2000, $6 cigar. I can smoke it every day.
What about
It's
UK
amazing.
prices?
UK prices, cheap ones, Regius is not bad cigar.
Regis are not bad actually, yeah.
Not bad Regius, especially if you
The
got...
Churchill is actually pretty good.
Yes. UK as well. Asylum 13. Surprisingly, Robusto size, not the big size. They have 8x80, not that. Asylum 13 in Robusto size, it's surprising me very, very much. I have one, smoke it, and I was, wow, that is a
Well,
different
they've got
cigar.
6x80, not 8x80.
They have 8x80.
Do they?
Yeah,
Damn.
they start 7x70 first. They go for 8x80. They make a 1st April joke 9x90, but it was just a joke for 1st April. So that is a good brand in UK. What else in UK? Let me think quickly.
Andre suggests Villa Zamorano.
Yeah, Villa Zamorano, I told that. Yeah, Villa Zamorano by Maya Silva. It's a great, great cigar. I found it slightly stronger for new smokers because it's Honduran cigar. They have that slightly strong initials there.
We've also got that pepper bomb.
Slightly pepper bomb, but it was decent cigar.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that cigar when I smoked it back in the time. La Aurora made decent cigars, you know, Leon Jimenez, that's a cheap brand from La Aurora. It's not bad, they're around €4 or €5 in Germany. I don't think they're in UK. But yeah, that would be my choice for a decent, cheap smoke, everyday smoke, which I don't mind smoking them.
Alex says Rafael Gonzalez Panex.
That's Cuban.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going there.
Panic?
Panex. Panex. Tanks. I don't know. Like Spanx.
Like PANC.
P-A-N-X.
I don't know what's that. Rafael Gonzalez is a Cuban brand.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that in the New World version, duplex.
Panks?
I have no idea. What's that with
Could you-
Alex?
could
Is
you
that
double-
Corona? Is it small Corona?
Rafael Gonzalez Panks.
Panex.
Yeah, you can go for the Cubans. You smoke way more Cubans than me. You can...
Cubans are easy, really. I mean, you've got Vigueros. I'd say Mananitas is a great choice.
choose two.
You chose... No, you went through a whole list. I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
but
I'm gonna,
Cubans, you have 21 brands.
I'm gonna pick three.
Okay, pick three.
There's two Vigueros. One's Mananitas. One is a Tapados. Both cigars great. I think Tapados, if you put a bit of age on it. I've said this last week as well. I think, you know, we covered this last week as well. Same information as last week, really.
I can add short Churchill.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah.
So, Vigueros Mananitas, Vigueros Tapados, they're inexpensive, but they're cheap, really, but they're long filler. And I think they're great, especially if you put some age behind them. They're really good cigars. There's the Entre Tiempos as well, which is a good cigar, but it's a little bit firmer in terms of like the flavor. And that one, it really does require some age. That one does definitely require some age, because if you just smoke it young, it tastes a bit harsh. But once you kind of like get past about 3 years on that, it tends to matter. You can't age it too long though, because it's not that kind of a cigar that you want to age too long. Paul Jager Monte Carlo, that is like
Good
super inexpensive cigar, considering what you get, a 6x38, you know, long Lancero-ish type cigar. Is it Lancero? It's like a Especial.
I think it's short Lancero or Petit Lancero maybe is the right size. Petit Lancero.
6-inch long.
Is it 6-inch?
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
sorry, not
short,
38, 33.
Yeah, it's,
So it's
a
quite a thin cigar.
Panatella.
Panatella, okay.
Panatella, yeah.
6-inch, 33 ring gauge, and it is a really nice smoke actually. Alex, what did you think of them? The Monte Carlos that we had.
Yeah, they were easy to smoke.
Easy, right?
I would recommend if
Subtle-
someone wants to put his wife into the cigar smoking or girlfriend, give her Monte Carlos. She will like them, and then you can go to the serious stuff after that. Yeah.
And then the first cigar that Alex ever smoked was the Short Robusto, wasn't it? From Romeo and Julieta.
Yes,
Not that expensive. It's a bit pricier than...
it was short Churchill.
Short
Yeah.
Churchill. It's
Short
still
Churchill.
short robust. Yeah. What's the price wise in UK?
Price-wise, I think they're less than 20.
That was 15.
15.
No, that was...
I paid 15 for it.
Did you? No, you wouldn't have.
Didn't
Because
I?
I remember the price.
Oh.
It was £18.50 when you bought it.
Yeah, we're going to the slightly lower price.
But that's
stuff
UK
like
price. So
Yeah,
we got, if we get a Europe, Europe is less expensive. I think it's less than 10 euros.
Okay, go on for next one.
So yeah, those are my 3 suggestions really. 4 suggestions
I
actually.
hope we help with that.
From the comments, we've got Kurava Artigas Millefleur.
Millefleur.
I never really. They're okay.
I
They're
will
okay.
give you Millefleur 40 years old. You change your mind.
That would be good because it does need age. The Milford definitely needs age. I had one which was 5 years old and it still wasn't
Millefleur, 1,000 flowers.
Milford.
You know when
Millefleur.
it's a fun fact. I always know that kind of weird fun facts. When the Duchess and Duke of Cambridge or whatever they called, Meghan and Harry immigrate in Canada,
Yep.
they live in the mansion called Millefleurs.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know that. Let's go for the next one.
So the next question was I guess you'd call it Desert Island Sticks.
Fundadoris, man. Easy.
So 3 cigars, you take to Desert Island.
I hate that question.
I hate that question as well, but
I will.
gun to my head, Fundadoris.
If I don't have the variety, I will not smoke.
I'll smoke yours. Don't worry about it, man.
No. If I need to pick 1 or 2 or 3 sticks, I can't. I don't have favorite cigar. I have favorite brands.
Mm-hmm. Okay, favorite
To
brand.
choose cigars, well, I like most of the Cubans. I like Davidoff. I like Tatuaje. I like Black Label Trading Company.
But what's your favorite brand?
Yeah, that's a brand. That's a brand name.
No, which Cuban brands? Which?
Cuban.
Yeah.
If I pick only one Cuban, I will, as a whole brand, I will pick Monte Cristo.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I never thought of
I'm
you
a-
as a Monte.
One of my favorite cigars. I mentioned that I don't like to have favorite, but Monte number 2.
Yeah, but that's a
Anytime.
classic. That's a classic.
Oh, it's a Monte Cristo. Monte Special number 1, Lancero. I have one in my box over there.
It's a brilliant smoke. That's
Monte number 4, probably one of the best for that size for
Easy.
me.
Easy.
Monte number 4. You should mention that as a cheap cigar as well. Monte
Yeah.
4, all night long.
But it's not a cheap cigar. It's an inexpensive cigar.
Well, let's say that. So Monte, I don't like some of the Leyenda class
No, I
styles. I don't not fan of them. Not fan of the Eagles.
No.
But I like the standard lines.
No, wait. Eagle. Open Eagle?
Not my cigar.
No, I thought it was good.
like 2. I like 1, a special 1. I like 4. I like 5 even. Even it's shorter. I like 3 if you find them because 3 it's unicorn now.
Not in UK.
Well, they're worth more than Cohiba.
Are they? Damn.
So yeah, that would be my. I don't want to choose desert island cigar. I will get bored if I smoke only 3 cigars in my rest of my life.
I think I'd get bored very quickly as well.
Yeah.
But that's the point, though. That's the point of that question. Because you're on a desert island.
I'm gonna eat wild hogs. I'm not gonna smoke it. I'm gonna try all the plants how they smoke. All the banana leaves and palms. I'm gonna try how they go smoke.
He's going to end up smoking coconuts.
I mean, Alex says his favourite brand is Habanos.
What?
It's fair
All of
point.
them.
It's fair point.
No, that's basically all of them.
Next one.
Yours?
Oh, mine. 3? I got to pick 3?
Well, that's how Desert Island Sticks works. Back on Radio 4 now.
Trinidad Fundadoris. Easy one. But the other 2 are tough.
You smoke Trinidad's mostly. It must be Topes or Reyes or something.
I don't want to pick 3 Trinidads, though.
Why not? You're a big fan of Trinidad.
I love Trinidad.
So
Love
why
Trinidad.
not? And they don't make so many Vitos. They make 5-6 Vitos. That's it.
I did smoke the Robusto Extra, you know.
Yeah.
Good
Decent.
cigar.
Okay.
Good
yeah.
cigar. Not the best Trinidad. Good cigar. Fundadoris. I think Monte number 2 has to be there. And third one, Esplendidos.
Someone was asking, I've lost who it was, I'm sorry. Oh, there it is, Vincent Meows? I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Have you tried Hedon, the French Puro?
A French cigar? How preposterous.
I smoke French cigars, but not that one. I have smoked cigars made in France back in the 70s, 80s. I forgot the name. I need to double check what was the name. The story I know, it was made in France by the tobacco grown in Cuba and Brazil. I need to double check the names as it's been a long time ago. I smoke only a few sticks. I don't really remember much of it, but I'm open to try anything, guys. If if you know some interesting brand, French Puro, yeah, I'm happy with try it.
Can you buy them from France or?
Well, that one, the one I smoke, they don't exist for God know how many years.
Mm.
There was old brand like, you know, the popular European cigars like coming from Dutch, from Netherlands, from Germany. France as well made that kind of cigars like dry cured short filler mix and stuff. It wasn't bad, but it was the same style cigar like Holland made cigars like what's the names? What was the name? Forgot the names. Yeah, forgot the name.
Another one was from Gaz. Have you tried the 1990 vintage Rocky Patel?
I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
it was
one of
okay.
the very good Rocky Patels in my opinion.
I thought it was okay.
I buy a full box 7-8 years ago, Churchill's box pressed, and the first few wasn't that good. I smoked a few later, and recently last couple of years I found them like really decent with the age. So I like them when they aged. The 1990 is the dark red band, yeah. I think it's the very dark red band. I believe it's not, if I'm not wrong, but I like them. I'm not fan of the Rocky Patel usually, but there's a few exclusions as well in that line. 1990 is one of them.
I'm like getting to. I think I'm burning my fingernails at this point, but it's just so good. I can't.
Any other one?
Not at the minute. Come on, guys. Questions?
I'm like, look how small this cigar is.
El Septimo.
That's 6 inches, right?
Very optimistic.
Very optimistic now because Rachel is not here. Rachel is Alex's girlfriend, guys.
What else have we got?
What was the last cigar you smoked down to a point where?
I smoke them all like that.
Yeah.
If I can, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's very cold when I'm smoking and my fingers are frozen. I can't keep it that much down. But yeah, I smoke all my cigars up there. You can see. I'm not enjoying that much that oliva, but I'll go to that point probably.
I'll get to like about just a slightly bit more than most cigars. But if it's a really
I don't
good
like
cigar.
when the cigars start collecting tar since the beginning. And to that point, everything is tar over there. So that's not probably. The Cubans don't collect much of a tar.
No,
That
this
is
one's
alright
okay.
as well.
This
Mine's
one's okay.
not single point of tar. But if the cigar start collecting a lot of tar, probably in that point already it's everything in tar.
No,
over
this
there.
is still tasting nice.
Yeah, that's this.
It's
That's
still
nice.
tasting very nice. That's why I'm having trouble putting it down. I don't want to put it down. Georgie, thank you very much for this cigar. I've really enjoyed this. I always do. It's a Fundadores.
Ian was asking, I guess it's a pretty technical question, but if you were to make your own cigar, what would the blend be? Don't know if you can answer that.
I have made few blends for myself. The last one I made the project with Hoya de Nicaragua. The blend I will pick probably, despite the fact I'm not a blender, I know about the leaf, some technical stuff in the leaf, some technical aspects, but if I make blend, I will make it probably strong because I'm gonna smoke it in a not on the right now. And if I'm picking different leaves, I will probably go for a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, either Connecticut broadleaf, but probably Mexican San Andreas. Binder, I might use Brazilian tobacco, Brazilian Mata Fina, which not gonna be easy to blend because the Brazilian Mata Fina need to be, it's very strong and it's not gonna blend probably that well. Fillers, maybe use 2 binders. Some company use 2 binders. If I'm going for that, maybe using a Mata Fina and why not Pennsylvania broadleaf as well, very strong tobacco. The fillers, I'm gonna use a Ligero, probably from Jalapa in Nicaragua, 1 leaf, 2 leaves in Viso, probably from Esteli or Jalapa as well. I'm not gonna use Cameroon tobacco, I'm not fan of it. I'm not gonna use Dominican Olor, I'm not fan of it. I'm not gonna use Sumatra as well. Sumatra for me is very neutral, very neutral leaf, which basically kills some of the tastes. Maybe when I blend,
Sumatra's quite nice.
well, for me it's neutral tobacco. It's
Yeah.
mild, creamy,
That's why I like it.
Yeah,
It's
but
creamy. It's got a really nice
I
creamy,
want
smooth
cigar
flavor.
which will be able to age well.
Yeah, okay. That's
So I want strong cigar,
Yeah.
which in few years will be slightly okay for smoking. Not gonna be bad smoking in the beginning, but it will be slightly stronger. And I want that cigar to become more tasty and more tasty. So you need leaves like San Andreas, very sweet, sharp wrapper leaf, Brazilian Matafina, very tasty as well, not easy to blend with it. Pennsylvanian broadleaf or Connecticut broadleaf as well. That two American leaves which are very tasty. There's a big shortage on the Connecticut at the moment in the last few years, by the way. But Nicaraguan fillers. For me, Nicaraguan fillers, you have the Jalapa, you have the Esteli, you have the Volcano. What was the volcano name? Forgot the name. Yeah, I'm bad with names today. So all that Nicaraguan fillers will bring mellow very nicely and will keep the power in to the point where the cigar is decent to smoke. Not gonna mellow like if you get the Dominican Puro, probably will mellow very, very much and not gonna feel that power.
I'm surprised you don't like Dominican tobacco, because Dominican tobacco is one of my favorite New Worlds.
Dominican tobacco, especially the Olor, which is the most popular
quite a
one.
nice leathery flavor to it.
Well, I might use Dominican Habano grown, probably Corojo or something. No, Habano seed, not Habano grown, Habano seed, Corojo. But usually Dominican tobacco make your mouth dry. It's a dry. That's one of the.
Yeah, but that's why you have a drink next to it, don't you? It's
Yeah,
got that
but
leathery.
I don't like
leathery
when the
feel
cigar
to it,
aged.
it's quite
I
nice.
like LFD when they aged, but they're very strong. So Fuente, yes, the Fuente using complete different stuff than most of the people. They don't use usually Olor. They don't use that kind of stuff, so that's why they're slightly different. And Dominican is not my preferable choice for tobacco. I might go for Ecuadorian, sun-grown or shade-grown because they don't have a proper sun-grown. But that would be my choices probably for blend. If I need to blend, as I say, I made my blend with Hoya. It's very strong. I haven't tried it yet. I have the cigar for 6 months. I have 10 cigars made by Hoya. I can order more if I want. And yeah,
I don't think I'm equipped enough to answer that question, in all honesty. I don't know a massive deal about blending cigars.
well,
to that extent. So
I'm
it's
a
not-
more theoretician, let's say that way. I never been to the blending facility to blend my cigars. I used to know the specification to some of the tobacco, but it's completely different if you try the leaves by itself to see how they work. So I don't think I'm very competent in that. I like the questions. I always want to try that kind of stuff to experiment. One day maybe when I go for a longer time down in South America, I might be able to try different blends, to try just for myself to see am I actually the things taste as I know. Because I know sometimes I'm able to try some components. I split few cigars to try the leaves if I know very well the blend, because some producers put the information for the cigars very, very nice. So you know what kind of leaves you have. You can split the cigar and smoke all the leaves separately. It's an experiment. I've tried that, and I enjoy some of the stuff. I don't enjoy some of the stuff. So it's a way to try it. But yeah,
for me, I wouldn't.
I like
be able
the
to
idea.
answer- I don't think I'll be able to answer that question properly, because my knowledge in that area is quite limited. So it's not something that I'd be able to answer myself.
One perhaps you could answer from Andre. Most expensive Cuban you've had?
Ooh,
easy for me. Bejique,
52.
56 for me.
52
Best
for me.
expensive. So I have smoked most of the limited edition limitadas. I smoke few Gran Reservas. I have smoked most of the LCDH. I don't have so much experience with the regional editions. I smoke some, but not all. And in my opinion, Bejique is the best cigar from all that.
The best expensive for me is Bejique 52. 54 is good. 52, I think, is just a little bit.
I haven't smoked so many 54s. I don't have that much
I've
time, but
I don't think I've ever smoked any of the 56s. I've smoked a whole bunch of 52s. I've smoked about 6 54s.
one of the very few cigars which I will pick a big blend, big size, is the 56 on the Bejique. I prefer it because it tastes longer.
Yeah,
You've got that perfect taste,
but
and way longer.
yeah.
That's why I pick 56 instead of 54.
So
But it's again, the price is
It's crazy in England.
crazy, yeah.
I mean, I think no, at the moment they're out of stock as well. Even in England, I don't think Montefortuna's got them. And whenever Montefortuna gets them, they tend to like limit the they limit the amount that you can buy. So you can only buy one per person.
The two very expensive I haven't tried are the last release. What was called the very expensive one they released last year or year before, the Cohiba.
The Grand Reserva?
Not the Grand Reserva. The again anniversary something, 50th anniversary or something like that.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I didn't
Which
try
is
that.
very expensive.
Yeah, way too
I
expensive.
haven't tried that Majestuosos.
Yeah.
I haven't tried Majestuosos.
That's the 58 ring gauge.
Yeah, and I haven't tried the 60th one. There's
Yeah,
a 61 as well. Very hard to find. Even collectors don't want to split the boxes. They keep them like that.
I don't think those are cigars that I don't even think Habanos wants to Habanos will even send me. So
Well, I can find you some if you want.
I don't want to pay for them.
Of course, yeah.
I'm talking free, you know.
No free lunch in Habanos.
Hey, I got the Robusta Extras fan.
Okay,
Okay, so
if-
we're coming to the end of our live stream. Do we have any other questions or any pressing things?
No.
No?
Well, have you ever tried Toscano? They're popular in Italy.
Yeah, I've tried Toscanos. I like them.
Yeah, I have about 20 packs of Toscano made in the 70s.
Have you?
Yeah, if you want to smoke, I'll bring you some next time.
They're good, you know. They're good, like, during the day cigars. They're, like, enjoyable smokes. You just have it with a coffee. It's quite sweet. They're very hard. It's weird. They're hard, right?
Clint Eastwood cigar.
Yeah,
We can't
yeah,
make
Clint
it
Eastwood
smoke that.
cigars. Yeah, because the director was Italian, right?
He smoked them in always. always.
So the director was Italian. He brought them over and he got Clint Eastwood to start smoking them.
What is that? Guy, yeah, I forgot the name of the guy. Ennio Morricone? No, that was the
I don't know.
composer.
But he was the director of one of the films that Clint Eastwood.
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
not going there.
But anyway, coming to the end of our stream. So final mention of our sponsor, Montefortuna Cigars. They've been kind enough to sponsor our live stream. So huge thank you to them. Make sure you check them out. Link in the description. Montefortuna Cigars. They've got a wide range of both Cubans and New World cigars. So yeah, they've got a great selection, and they're constantly like upgrading their selection as well. So they're bringing in a lot of New World cigars onto their website, and I highly recommend them. I'm excited to receive my next package, which has taken a while. I bought it in, but then you know it's just UK shipping and UK customs and whatever, right? So yeah, I think it's just been stuck in customs for a while. But hopefully they should come this week. Looking forward to them. Huge thank you to Montefortuna. Make sure you check them out. And thank you again for sponsoring our live streams. Any final points?
I'm hoping people enjoy the discussion today. We have a lot of laugh, banter and stuff. I still don't understand the NFT stuff. It's something which I don't want to understand even. Yeah, I hope we was planning to have a proper history lesson, but I don't think that would be very interesting for some people to read the information which been available everywhere. If you have some specific question, I don't mind going deeply into the history and digging into the books and stuff. But yeah, I enjoy the show. We still working on the first hour interview with some of the legends in the business.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're having it soon. Usman maybe will mention later what
we should be able
stage we
to.
are.
We should be able to get the. So we're doing a video with someone, and hopefully that should be able to go up either tomorrow if we get back, or Thursday at the latest. Because it's just a matter of uploading, isn't it?
So that will be. We still don't know. We didn't decide what we film next week. What will be the live next week? There's a few suggestions, few topics.
I've got a few ideas. We just need to kind of.
We will decide later.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll try to be something interesting. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free. Comments, subscribe if you want. Let's do 3,000. Usman will smoke the Kraken.
I'm not smoking the
Kraken. Yeah, we appreciate that. And my final thoughts was as usual, guys, don't keep York cigars in the boxes, sealed and stuff. Smoke them, because someone like me, when you passed away, will get them and will smoke them instead of you.
Cigar meetups. So yeah, someone just mentioned, are we going to do any cigar meetups? I'd like to, and I think but we're based in Leeds, so.
Well, someone wants to meet up with us.
No, someone's asking. Who's asking? Sorry. Ian Kelly's asking if we're doing any cigar meetups. So I think that we could possibly do some cigar meetups. Probably going to be in Leeds. So if you're around Leeds area,
If you're in Yorkshire, we might set up something. Usually, I organize small meetups between the guys around.
But we could even do something in London if we kind of use some of
Of
some of the
course,
people that
if
we know.
we have enough people and we're able to meet in the proper lounge, we don't mind traveling down, guys, and
I mean,
meet
there are a
up
couple of
with you.
lounges that we know now.
Yeah, and meet up and smoke cigars with you, have a proper chat, banter, and
Let's
all
let the
kind of
country
stuff.
open up a little bit more. Let's get things, to a point where,
we're open to travel.
yeah.
That's fine.
So we could potentially even do something in London.
Ian's mum's in Scarborough, so that solves that.
Not
Mate,
far.
Come
Scarborough
visit
is
your
here.
mum. What are you doing,
Yeah.
man? Come see your mum.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
Come see your mum. We'll make it a nice place to hang out and do a
Probably Isho,
proper
right? Isho's a good
Issue,
place.
yeah, it's decent.
There's a little restaurant. I say little. It's a nice restaurant which has a really good location.
We need to get sponsored by them. We mention them every time.
I'll speak to William. But yeah, thank you guys for watching our video. Comments and whatever, by all means, leave them below, or reach out to us. So I've changed the Instagram, so now we've got a proper Cigar Rants Instagram page as well, which is at cigar.rants. So make sure you follow, and we'll be posting up stuff on there. Ray's Instagram is linked in the description as well. Alex's Instagram is linked as well, but he's got the funniest name. I don't know why. Fly
Long
Zanzibar.
story.
We don't want to know. Sorry, Alex. And like, subscribe. When you hit the like button, it really does help. YouTube algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Comments also help a massive deal as well. And hope to see you all in the next one. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.